at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
It's now time for Jamaica's first and the number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk. Call us and let us have a discussion.
All right, then greetings and salutations and welcome once again to the Sports Desk. It's Thursday, the 27th.
Yes, tomorrow is the final day of the month.
Yes, indeed. And the name is you.
Name is Christopher Zidane Matthews.
And you know the numbers 615-2841, so you know that we could start entertaining your calls in a bit. Some things to talk about include, but the biggest start really is that Cavalier game against Inter Miami.
Yeah, no confirmed that it's a stadium. Royal Speed is insisting that it will be at the National Stadium.
I don't know why one of the national people said it was the Observer.
I think that writer may be confusing the Gold Cup playoff with St. Vincent and the Grenadines with that game. Because that game is scheduled for Sabina Park.
Oh, yeah.
So I think maybe that's the error.
So maybe that's a little thing going. But one thing that will be going on and that we can be looking forward to as well is the Melbourne 5K event that will be in that month of March. There's a whole heap of thing happening in March now. So Melbourne 5K, we have champs that come up. We have the match with Cavalier.
We have Jamaica.
With Jamaica and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. West Indies have Jamaica have a match against Guyana. I don't know. March is chock full of sporting items, but the one that is currently under the microscope is the Melbourne 5K, which will be running off on March 9. And here to tell us all about it is the president of the Melbourne Cricket Club, former national player, Martin Eater. Mr. Martin Eater, sir, how are you?
I'm well. Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, man. Well, the floor is yours. Tell us about the Melbourne 5K. When, where, how, why?
In that order?
Well, you decide.
All right. So when is on March 9th.
Which day of the week is that?
That's a Sunday.
That's a Sunday.
Right. Time, you didn't ask the time, but let me tell you the time.
Right.
7 a.m. Where it will be at Melbourne Cricket Club, which is on Courtney Walsh Drive, for those who don't know where Melbourne is. And the why is that, at Melbourne, we know that in an effort to effectively run cricket in Jamaica, you have to think outside the box.
Right.
And in thinking outside the box, I want to say is all of about 10 years ago, we came up with this concept of having a 5K. And I say 10 years because this is the 7th running of the 5K. However, since 2020, when COVID intervened, this is a restart from that time. Yeah. So prior to that, we had really 6 very successful years of hosting this event, and we restarted it this year. And one of the reasons why, of course, is Melbourne. We're also very cognizant of our responsibility, our social responsibility. And over the years, we have contributed significantly to many charities. This year, it's Special Olympics, but in previous years, we have donated to Sickle Cell, Kingston Restoration Church. We have donated well over $2.5 million to various charities, 1.5 in total to Special Olympics. And as you know, Orville, the Special Olympics will be going to Turin, Italy, next week to compete in Winter Olympics. We are actually giving them a check for $500,000 tomorrow. The presentation will be done tomorrow. So we are taking a leap of faith by donating even before the race. But we understand how important it is to get them there and for them to do well.
All right. Yesterday event will be at Melbourne.
Yes.
But it's a 5K, so I suspect it won't all take place.
Yeah, so that's the route.
Yeah.
Oh, you want the route?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So the route. Well, so you're going to leave from Melbourne, and the route is, I want to say, it's first of all, it's exactly 5K. So Alan Beckford is our coordinator, and over the years he has done a pretty amazing job in putting it all together. So you go up Courtney Walsh Drive to Eastwood Park Road. you turn left, then you go towards King's House. Once you turn right, then you go to Kingsway. You turn right on Kingsway, then you turn right on Hope Road. You turn right on Waterloo Road. You turn left on South Avenue. You go right across and go to Burlington. Then you turn left on Upper Sandringham. Then you turn right on can't remember the name of that road actually, and then you turn left back on Durham Road into Melbourne. Right. So it's a fairly flat run, I want to say, run or walk. People who do it in 17 minutes or so. Right. But that time of morning is fairly cool. So people really enjoy the run. But apart from the run, all the things that we have to offer at Melbourne Park, and this is why I say Melbourne, because we're having all our sponsors there, and many of our sponsors will be sharing a lot of their goodies with the participants. Right. Over the years, people have really enjoyed this run, not only because of the route, but also because of the camaraderie. Melbourne is, the field, of course, obviously in tip-top shape.
Somewhere I know very well, people. It's a good place to be. I can give them a personal touch.
What's the process to become a participant, though?
Yeah. Well, you can register online at melbournecricketclub.org. The registration fee is $2,500. Or you can go to Melbourne Cricket Club itself and you can register there. So registration is now open, has been open now for a couple of weeks. I want to say the support so far has been pretty amazing. I want to single out, of course, the JCA for their support. Yeah. Because the JCA actually pushed back the Senior Cup for 1 week to facilitate this event. Yeah. I think they are trying to encourage clubs like ourselves to try and be more self-sufficient rather than always reaching out to the JCA for sponsorship or support of their cricket. So I'm very grateful to the JCA. This event is a J3A's endorsed event. It's also endorsed by WIPA, Jamaica Olympic Association. I already said the JCA, and of course, Special Olympics. So this event is fully endorsed by many sporting bodies, and we have the full support of the sporting community.
So the winner, is there some kind of trophy or prize?
Well, they will get a nice big basket from Catherine Peak. Catherine Peak. Nice. Let me apologize for Pure Water, who is our title sponsor, and I really need to take this opportunity to thank them, because through either Catherine Peak or Pure Water, they have been our main sponsor from this event from the beginning, and they came on really big this year and is supporting this. So, first, second, and third in every category will receive a prize, and we have the under 19, under 30, under 40, under 50, under 65, and over 65. In every category, run or walk, first three will win various prizes. All our sponsors will be giving away prizes. So you can expect really great baskets from, the likes of Qualcare, Fosco Oats, all these other companies that are part of our sponsorship program. So, the winners, of course, will get, let me say also that there's a gate prize for two to any Sandals resort in Jamaica.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when does registration close, though?
The registration, we'll be taking people up to the day of the race. Okay. A lot of people come, walk through, 10 minutes before the race, I want to participate. As long as you pay your money, you can join the race. We are also offering special prizes for people who come with cricket attire. We say, wear something funky, during the race, some cricket attire, and we'll be offering them gift baskets. We also have very special prizes for the cricket fraternity. So, the contingent from any cricket club, the largest contingent, will also get a prize. Some of it cash, some of it in kind. And so because we want to encourage participation from the entire cricket fraternity. I think the belief over the years is that cricket as a sport is dead. And we believe that's not the case. We think that one of the most important things about sponsorship is branding. And if you have a brand that people want to associate themselves with, then they will come out and sponsor. We have close to 30 different sponsors who is supporting this event. And they're supporting the event because Brand Melbourne is a successful brand. Orville can attest to that. He's there almost every Friday. And don't believe him, no, he pork because he meet the stoupies with the pig steel really hard. But he's always there. and it is just a great place to come and enjoy. And because of our brand and the significance of our brand, we are able to attract sponsors. We believe that this is not beyond the JCA or other cricketing clubs to do the same thing. So we think that if we can show the cricket fraternity and the Jamaican public in general that cricket is here to stay by having a few thousand people in the street, that I think will encourage sponsors to not only sponsor Melbourne, but sponsor JCA and other clubs.
You said that cricketers will be turning out. So people can come out to see the Melbourne cricketers themselves. Will they be part of it?
They better be. If not, they won't be playing the next Senior Cup match. We are expecting a full support from certainly the Melbourne players, but also the other cricketing clubs. We actually, as part of our deal with JUTC, and they are also coming as a sponsor, they will not only bring in the volunteers, but they'll also be driving by all the cricket clubs in Kingston. We're talking about Kingston, Kensington, Lucas, and Boystown, and picking up the players to come to the event. So we really want it not only to be a race where just the general public participating, but we want the cricket fraternity to be a part of this because, after all, we're a cricket club. Yeah. Our motto is Melbourne more than just cricket. So we understand the importance of thinking outside the box in an effort to, bring value to what we do at Melbourne. But essentially, my entire life and career, even in my professional career, is built around the game of cricket. The success that I have at my company, Pinnacle Insurance Brokers, is partly because of the reputation that I have in cricket. And so I owe the game a lot. And this is my way of trying to give back. And I certainly hope that, if we have a successful event as we hope it is, then cricket would be the significant beneficiary to all of that.
We have 30 seconds before we're on. Last words are yours.
MelbourneCricketClub.org or at Melbourne. Please come and support this world event. Melbourne has given Special Olympics over $1.5 million already from this event. We'll give them another $500,000 tomorrow. That's a total of $2 million. We are a cricket club doing what I consider to be a great job, helping the other sporting fraternities in Jamaica. So come out and support this. I guarantee that you'll have a good time. If you don't, you'll get your money back.
All right.
All right, Mark.
March 9.
Turn out
7 a.m.
And after the
7
race,
a.m.
there'll be a little lime and thing.
They're always alive. We're going to have live entertainment and people will enjoy all that Melbourne has to offer. That wonderful food, great atmosphere. It's going to be just a great day.
All right, cool.
You can't even pay the money and come after, right?
Pay the money and as a matter of fact.
Yes.
Just go on. Listen, let me say this in closing. So far, a lot of people have just come out and support this event.
Yeah,
they have gone onto our website and just donated $10,000, $20,000. They are not participating, but they think,
worthy cause.
It's a worthy cause.
Yes,
so I encourage people, come out and have a good time. If you can't make it, we'll take the money. Right? It's going to a very worthy cause.
Indeed.
All right, so that's the president of Melbourne Cricket Club, Martin Eater, former Jamaican national middle order batsman. And like he said, worthy cause. Good place to be. I can attest to that. We take our first break. Remember the number 615-2841. We hope to engage you when we come back.
Need to brighten up your dimly lit spaces while saving on electricity? Look no further. Fosbridge is having an up to 50% off solar lighting sale from now until February 28. Solar garden lamps, wall mounts, and solar flood lamps. Visit us in Kingston, Mandeville, Draxall, and Montego Bay. Call us at 876-937-5099. Don't miss this solar lighting sale from now until February 28. Open Sundays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Past beneficiaries, The February payment cycle is here and ready for collection. Post offices and payment agencies will deliver payments based on last names up to March 6, 2025. Be sure to check the Weekend Star to find out when you should collect. If you miss your date, you must collect on March 7 or 10, 2025. For more information, call PATH at 876-922-8000-13 or visit the ministry's website at www.mlss.gov.jm. PATH, advancing your family, developing Jamaica. A message from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Ascent Super Center is the place to be. Regal Plaza, Kingston, and Linston. We have it all, from linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Ascent Super Center, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Ascent Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so that's back online here. The numbers are 615-2841. Some things to say, no, but I don't want to keep anybody waiting. So we take the first call. Hello.
Orville.
Yes, sir.
Zidane.
Good afternoon, Mr. Garvey.
Big up on yourself. Yeah, a good mood today, Orville.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, man. We'll have some fun on the program.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so you don't have to worry. Today is one of them teacher days that we tell the students and say no uniform today.
Okay. Wonderful.
Anyway, Orville, you remember one time you said you don't like any suggestions that you can uplift the program a little bit?
Yeah.
Have a little fun one, you know? Suggestion. You know, have to take it still, you know? Here goes. Here's my idea. I think the word bramble, right? Is a big addition to sports reason. I have to give you flowers on that one. I like that term. Right? But here's the idea what I have here. Why you ascribe a weight to the bramble of a man argument on the scale. So why you come up with the bramble scale. Make it go up to 10 pounds. So if a man call on the argument, well, bramble, you say, boy, that's a 10 pound of bramble. And if the argument is a bramble, you say, boy, you're not so bad today, Gavin. You give you 2 pounds of bramble. How that's so?
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. I may just take that on.
Cool. So you know what? I give the inaugural test case for the bramble scale today, right? I give 2 arguments. I tell me which one of them heavy up on the bramble scale, right? Saying, number one, the first argument saying, Whisper was ordinary in the first round of the Manning Cup. Or the second argument saying, Diego Maradona looked like a clown baseball gear.
Listen, I'm going to stay as wide as possible from that here, sir.
There was no such argument about in the first round, though.
I'm going to stay far from that one.
There was no argument about the first round, though, Garvey.
No, you said Bulgaria. You played Bulgaria.
No. I'm not talking about Maradona. I'm talking about Whisper. You guys group up, and you're so pathetic. You can't be objective to criticize each other. There was no argument about Whisper in the first round of the Manning Cup. The man said Whisper was ordinary right up until that game where he destroyed Clarendon College, which was now the semi-final of the Champions Cup. So he was, even in the second round, the man was banned. Whisper ordinary, not special, this and that.
Oh, man, Zidane, you have to take up that with the wrong man.
No, but I'm saying you gang up in on a group up, on a talk, on a common plan.
I am in no group.
So why are you talking about an argument that you don't even know what was said? It's because we no group up on the plan. So go take out the second round and just say, I said it in the first round. Not true. And even in the first round, it's still nonsense.
I have an idea for you, Zidane. You remember it's a fun day, man. Calm down now.
No, because we don't like when you group
Hear the idea me have.
Come with no one argument, man. No group up and plan, man.
Yeah, my head is Zidane. I think this is a fair choice. Tell me what you think about this, Harvey. Call Shipping Port Private is Zidane. And tell him, say, I propose a choice to him. You will no longer troll him about Whisper if he buries the Maradona.
No, I am not. Why are you talking to Zidane and talking about Orville?
I'm not getting involved.
Why everybody afraid of little Zidane from doing it? You want to talk to Zidane man upon Orville? Where you think Orville? I'm afraid of no one. I believe, yes.
It's a fun day, though. You know why you're customer.
No, I'm not cussing,
Anyway.
but I'm just saying, I'm afraid of
Anyway, other people will get their word in it. But like, I think it's a good innovation, Orville. And if it make the
what about Messi should be benched for Argentina in the 2022 World Cup? Where's that on the scale?
Did I say that on the ear, sir?
Yeah? Where's that on the scale?
On the ear? You're lying on me. Hey, anyway,
Yeah.
quickly. I want to ask you something about this favorite argument I'm hearing now with Orville, right?
Uh-huh.
By the way, I agree 100% with you, Zidane, about the favorite can change. That when I was talking about the EPL, and of course, that's obvious. I don't any man argue against that, but
I'm going to read
that's
something.
a 10 pound on the Bramble scale. Hold on, but let me finish the argument. You can make a point with me. But let me ask Zidane quickly. Zidane, so you agree that favorites can change over a 2-month period, right?
Yes.
You agree that they can change over a 2-week period, right?
Yeah, man.
You agree that they can change over a 2-day period, right?
Yes.
You agree that they can change over a 2-hour period, right?
Yes.
So why they can't change over a 2-minute period?
Of course they can change. But
okay, so it's the same thing with the half year.
But there's but there's no time for this.
You hedge your bets for the half
No, but listen to Bruno Garvey.
No, hold on, let me just finish the point.
No, man, but
I argue with them, man.
No, I know.
I argue with them, man.
But you have to understand the point. It's not really me who was making the point, but I understand it. There is no time for discussions and analysis to determine who would be the other favorite.
Yeah, man, there is time, man. There is time. Because, Orville, listen
for discussions?
I give you an example, Orville. You can bring in people anybody who commentates a horse race. Maybe you can get Michael Caine to give his opinion. This is what I'm saying, Orville. If there's a 6 furlong race, which is not a long race, it takes about a minute and 15 seconds to complete, right?
Yeah.
And the favorite is number 7. However, when he comes out the gate, remember in a horse racing you have untoward things that can happen. He can get bumped by the next horse, he can drop behind the traffic, the jockey has to pull him up. If 2 furlongs is left, and that horse is 10 lengths behind the field, and the commentator is commentating the race, and the horse name is Zidane, and Michael Caine says, it will be impossible for Zidane to win from here. He's giving you analysis. Also, on the contrary, if there's a furlong left in the race, Zidane, and the favorite is far behind, and a horse that was not the favorite is now 10 lengths ahead, with a 16th of a furlong to go, and the commentator says he will have to fall down from here to win, which they say all the time in horse racing. He is now telling you that horse is the favorite. So the analysis and everything can change, my boss.
That's the commentator, my boss. We're talking about...
No, hold on. Remember, so you have pre-race favorite, post-race favorite, and then you have in-race favorite.
Gavi, where we can discuss on the radio on a daily basis that this horse is now the favorite in our race. We can't do it.
No, man. We're not talking about from a betting standpoint, man.
That's just showing the
analysis.
But I agree with Gavi. I already have. If you shows you, boss.
No, man. Hold on. The analysis, so the commentator is giving you, is showing you that the favoritism has changed.
All right, my boss. Well, all
right, sir. Big up a step. But me up on your side of the
I know, but
so I don't know what. Maybe I threw the Bulgaria game kind of.
No, man.
You bust the Bramble scale of that one. Big up a step.
All right. Big up a step. But you can't take me on, though.
All right. There's an article I want to read. Just about 2 minutes. Why does something I go around the thing? Anyway, we have somebody there. All right, we understand that Jesse Blake now come till 3 o'clock, so it's not usual 1:30.
I know, I plan my eating time for that Jesse Blake period.
No, man, at 3 o'clock. Why is this thing not opening, man? Why is this thing not opening? Then it does open. Why is it not opening now? Let me try another thing. Lord. Okay, here we go. Now, one of the narratives that we have heard is that nowhere is it written that after the initial favorite gone, that nobody else is referred to as a favorite. I'm going to read an article for you. The source is oddschecker.com. Oddschecker apparently is a sports betting facility. This article was written by Harry Peterson, Wednesday, July 10, 2024. Here is the article. The article is headlined, Odds on Spain to win Euros. Spain given 60% chance after beating France. Again, oddschecker.com, written by Harry Patterson, Pater, 1T, usually it's 2. So Harry Patterson, Wednesday, July 10, 2024. Remember what the headline is? Odds on Spain to win Euros. Here's the first. And I won't read the whole entire article. Spain are strong favorites to lift the Euro 2024 trophy after beating France in the semi-finals. Spain started the tournament as 9-1 fifth favorite to lift the trophy. However, they are now a best price of 8-13 after their triumph over France in last night's semi-final. So this article, Spain are strong favorites to lift the Euro 2024 trophy after beating France in the semi-finals. And Spain started as 9-1 or fifth favorite to lift the trophy. But they are now favorites after beating France. And then they went on to describe the game where the 16-year-old Lamine Yamal scored and some. So that narrative that writers don't ascribe new favorites after the original favorites is simply not true. And if I look more, I'm going to find more and more examples. So here is one case again, oddschecker.com. Article written by Harry Patterson, Wednesday, July 10, 2024. Spain are strong favorites to lift the Euro 2024 trophy after beating France in the semi-finals. Spain started the tournament as 9-1 fifth favorites to lift the trophy. However, they are now a best price of 8-13 after their triumph over France in last night's semi-final. So when you hear people telling you that writers don't ascribe new favorites to win in our tournament when they didn't start as favorites, that's narrative that is just coming out of the top of somebody's head. It's not true. And if I search a little bit more, I'll find other examples. So we hope we kill that argument and put it completely to bed. Okay? We'll take a break. We're coming right back.
The national budget is everybody's business because it impacts every Jamaican. The time brought to you by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service is
1:30.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Michael Vaughan has questioned England's over-reliance on selecting out-and-out fast bowlers following their group stage exit from the Champions Trophy. England bowed out of the tournament on Wednesday after losing their must-win clash against Afghanistan by 8 runs. Josh Butler's side fielded 390 miles per hour bowlers, Joffer Archer, Mark Wood, and Jamie Overton, and just one frontline spinner, Adil Rashid, in their bowling attack. And watch as Afghanistan posted a match-winning total of 225 for 7 after conceding 113 runs from the final 10 over, 6 of which were bowled by pace. And that's Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jm. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Jamaica, the national budget is here and it affects you, your family, your future, your community. It's all connected. Now is the time to get informed and get involved. How will this year's budget impact your daily life? What opportunities and changes are ahead? Tune in on Tuesday, March 11 as the Honorable Favour William, Minister of Finance and the Public Service, presents the central government budget for fiscal year 2025-2026. The national budget is everybody's business. Jamaica, this is your future. Be a part of it. Visit mof.gov.jm for details.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
You know which person I find the strangest out of everybody I hear on the nonsensical side of the argument, completely idiotic side. Craig from Houston. Craig from Houston disagrees with Oral Tracy, but he calls every time and is celebrating some sort of brilliant points Oral Tracy. I can't get it. Craig agrees that Liverpool has been the now favorite for quite some time with us. Oral Tracy is saying no such. Oral Tracy is saying no.
But Zidane,
and the man keep a call and I said celebrate Oral Tracy like women.
You know how this argument has changed. Originally, we were told that we can't make Liverpool favorite so early in the season.
Yes.
The argument was never about not making. For be chasing around the park defensively with some like a 20-year-old. This man this morning is saying, what are the numbers to prove that LeBron James is not the same defensively as he was? This guy says things based on his mood and which side of the bed him wake up or how late him did stay out last night. Everybody knows that LeBron James defensively is not the same force he once was. This guy now, who was always telling Pioneer that for months, is now saying, G-Star, give me the numbers to prove that. How does anybody take this guy seriously? He's a mystery to me. Saying 615-2841. And you can call me all the names way more. Sports me attack. You are flip-flopping on LeBron James's defensive position of us. You can't be telling Pioneer for months. He can't be the same defensive force because he's old now and he can't run up and down with the young boy then, on the defensive side of the floor. And then this morning, because you want to stick to your fool argument that LeBron James is the same, he's playing the best basketball of his life. when told that defensively he can't be in the same conversation, you are now asking for evidence. How does anybody take this guy serious? Next call. Hello.
Yeah, man.
How you do? Correction.
Correction, the correct one. Zidane.
Oh, yes, correction.
Yeah, man. Hope the man them buy up them ticket.
You know, yeah, brother. Me I tell you, say me get over for it, but I tell them say I can't help them do a boy. These tickets, these things will be like champs tickets. Well,
I start wondering if the stadium are going to full out for true. Yesterday I was saying maybe 25,000, but we probably will get the 30,000.
Me say, Zidane, I'll taxi man. Me say all people are going to take taxi.
They say there won't be any taxi available.
There won't be no taxi man available.
At what time are the game? At what time?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
On a Thursday.
Yeah.
Good night of the week.
All right. Something I want to bring to a sharp focus. Orville.
Yeah.
Remember the argument about which one of the wins, either the one against Australia, in Australia, or the one against Pakistan in Pakistan. Remember that argument?
Yeah, man.
Now, when I went back and look after that defeat by Afghanistan to England yesterday, you just read and hear the concerns of Michael Vaughan about the over-reliance on pace bowlers in the tournament. Mm-hmm. And he was attributing that to the defeat against Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the condition of the pitch, in terms of pace wouldn't have been as potent on that pitch condition. As you see, Afghanistan made over 300 odd runs. So this is suggesting to me, Mr. Higgins, that when a little side like Afghanistan, this was now England. Where's England rated in ODI?
Ahead of Afghanistan for sure. I can tell you.
When so the pace bowler them in England have some like a bramble bowler them?
No man. England have decent pace, including Jafra and
some world class, not true?
And Mark.
So it shows you that world class bowlers with proper pace become some like a bramble man pan some like a preach. And so Afghanistan could have beat them like a baby. So it shows me that Afghanistan.
No, it wasn't beat for one. It wasn't beat like a baby. It was a fairly close game, you know.
Yeah, man. No, man. I'm talking in the context of Afghanistan being able to.
All right. But me still, I was trying to see where you're going. But what?
Yeah, to hold them on a pitch that was more favorite to spin than to pace. So when I look now back on the victory against Australia, when our guys basically beat Australia down in Australia there, it's as what you were saying that drive home to me even clearer now. That if the conditions are right, even though you have world-class pace, batters can basically be comfortably enough to stand up against you, opposed to that missile, that mind of a pitch down in Pakistan. So that is what I was deriving from the whole Afghanistan victory, and it brought back home to that time. You know,
I watched that England-Afghanistan game. That pitch never really suited neither pace nor spin really. The thing I come. I think just a batting track, man.
Mm-hmm. It was a batting track.
So it wasn't a case of the ball a spin.
Right, but I'm saying in context of the argument about where it would be more comfortable for our batsmen to have pulled off to be able to bat. When our batsmen went down to Pakistan in that mine, that spin mine,
right.
stood up against Pakistan spin attack.
Yeah.
It would have been a more difficult feat compared to what they did in Australia. That's what I'm saying.
You see that pitch there where Afghanistan and England, the two sides make 300 yard ban.
Right.
West Indies batsmen on that pitch against most bowlers in the world would more likely make here while the sun shine.
Yes, man.
It's the wicket that is spinning where we're going to struggle.
Right.
Yeah, man.
So,
against international opposition.
That is what jumped out to me when I was looking at the game against England, and I said, boy, Higgins really have a point, you know.
I always
have a point.
I always at a point.
So me give you one day. I was on the fence, but I give you one day.
But it took
Right?
it took Afghanistan and England to make about 600, almost 650 runs per night. They call it in cricketing terms on a road, which means the ball not do nothing. The ball is a slider and nice to the bat.
Yes.
It took you that game to understand what I was saying about.
No,
West
man,
Indies.
I understood it, but I was, as I say, I was because I thought both arguments had
Oh, but you
merit.
come over now.
Yeah, man. So you're winning over.
Well, I want to tell you, West Indies on that pitch. As a matter of fact, the pitches in this thing have been very, very good for batting.
Let me ask you a question. You believe that Afghanistan would have made over 300 runs against Australia in Australia?
We can never tell. Who would have thought?
No, nothing you said. Nothing you said. You gave any facts. You gave some opinions of what you think may have
What do you
happened.
mean? What do you mean?
No, you gave us a while ago. You gave us
what opinions I give?
No, you said you believe that the West Indians would have done well on that pitch as well. That's not a fact. That's your opinion.
No, it's more likely.
No, and I'm asking you to give me a likely or more likely. No, against Australia, top 3 bowlers in the world, top 15, 3 of the top 15 bowlers in the world.
Yeah.
What do you think Afghanistan would have made over 300 runs against that bowling attack?
And when I look at the bowling attack of England, it's
no, they
right
don't.
up there. Well, I know you asked me a question.
No, but you're saying it's right up there. Right up there with who?
Yeah, with Australia.
They're not.
The bowling attack of England.
Australia have 3 of the top 15, not spacemen enough. Top 15 bowlers in the world.
Right, and I'm asking you now, where does the bowlers of England fall?
We don't even know who's overturned, my boss.
Eh?
We don't even know who is overturned.
So I'm asking you again. Just like how you pull up that fact, pull up the information where how much top bowlers England have in the world.
Is you switch out? Say you switch
I'm not switching, sir. I'm not switching. I'm arguing like for like here. I am saying to you, in my eyes, if Afghanistan could do it against Australia,
you're not answering.
I don't think Afghanistan would do any much worse against Australia as they did against England on that pitch.
All right, no, the pitch flat still, you know. That's why I asked you about the Australian situation.
Right, and I'm saying the pitch
in Australia was not flat, my boss.
Yeah, but the pitch and
correction.
We don't know.
Pitch that
Listen.
Hold on.
Zidane.
The pitch in Australia was not flat. Correction. That's why Australia themselves struggle on the pitch, you know, with the great Steve Smith, although he make runs, and the others, you know. So the pitch is not the same pitch, my boss. Anywhere close to it.
We
to use this pitch, this flat dead rubber with the 2 man they make over 300 run to say, oh, you swear you. It's a joke, my boss. But big up yourself still.
We don't know Zidane.
But big up, and as I tell you, it's not close in terms of the pitches though. This one versus the one in Australia that Australia themselves struggled on batting wise.
Okay.
All right, big up. We take a break. We're coming back.
Turn your passion into winnings with JustBet. Watch your favorite international leagues and tournaments and get in the game with JustBet. We have the best odds on over 100 sports: football, basketball, boxing, rugby, motorsports, even virtual matches. Register on the JustBet mobile platform, mobile.justbetja.com, or visit one of our over 100 JustBet locations island-wide. What are you waiting for? Get in the game and win big with JustBet.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Asden Super Center is the place to be. Regal Plaza, Kingston, and Linstead. We have it all, from linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Asden Super Center, we're gonna make you smile. Asden Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
Path beneficiaries. The February payment cycle is here and ready for collection. Post offices and payment agencies will deliver payments based on last names up to March 6, 2025. Be sure to check the Weekend Star to find out when you should collect. If you miss your date, you must collect on March 7 or 10, 2025. For more information, call PATH at 876-922-8000-13 or visit the ministry's website at www.mlss.gov.jm. PATH, advancing your family, developing Jamaica. A message from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so let me just point out some facts as I've done this morning. The Australian attack that I mentioned with 3 of the top 15 bowlers in the world was about Test cricket. The ODI bowling list is not the same. So if you look at the top 15 bowlers in ODI cricket, it's a completely different list from the bowlers in Test cricket.
But now West Indies Test team did go to Australia.
No man, we're talking about the ODI game the other day.
No, but correction was making reference to the argument about the Test win in Australia versus the Test win in Pakistan. So the comparison I was making is that which is more difficult, to do what we did against Australia in the Test, or West Indies making runs on the flat pitch that Afghanistan made against England in the ODI game. That's the point I was making.
I'm not sure what that is. But let me go to the next one. Hello. Preacher, where you say?
I know.
But before you come in, Preacher, let me just remind the listeners that the ICC rating system said that the Australia win was better than the win in Pakistan. The ICC ratings did that.
Yeah, you can work with the ICC. Orville, you can't work with ICC.
No, but I don't know where the ICC said that. I'd love to see that.
Oh,
Never drop a laugh now.
Find the reference and once.
You saw I come and give the reference a while ago about the
No, but it's the ICC are the reference, you know.
I'd love to see it. But chances are the ICC don't take into consideration our inability against
spinning.
spinning.
We can't work with ICC for some things and I work with them for other things.
And I put it this way: you beat the number 1 team in the ICC way of doing things. That is more likely to get marks than beating a team ranked 8th or 9th. Why I rate the win? Hold on, let me just make the point. Why I rate the win as more impressive is because of a factor that I don't know that ICC would factor, and that is the West Indies' inability to bat high quality spin.
Well, I could trust
All right.
ICC judgment on.
I don't know that would be part of them criteria. But what?
All right, I could move on.
Yeah.
This favorite thing come on. I feel like when they kill off my friend Orville already with this favorite argument. But it looked like the match I resurrected again. Now, when the Euros, I mean, here you mentioned to the Euros argument.
Yes.
All right. When the Euros, before the Euros start, Sky betting had England as the 10-3 favorites.
Which year we're talking about?
2024 Euros.
The one we just done. Yes.
Yeah, man. Spain were 5th in terms of likely to win.
Yes.
As the tournament played itself out, we saw England struggling in the early parts. We saw France, we saw Spain, we saw Germany. When it came down to the semi-final, and Spain got the better of France, you know that going into the finals versus England, Spain were now the new odds-on favorite by all bookies to win the tournament, and they were playing against England, who were the pre-tournament favorites based on the odds, based on all the pundits who were looking at England and the team them have. And I want those people to tell me, how did Spain become favorite?
No, not only did Spain become favorites, Preacher, but the fact that writers who are now writing, because one of the arguments is that nobody writes like that.
Yeah.
Nobody writes and say that somebody else's favorite after another person were pre-tournament favorites. The argument here now is not just what happened, but what was written.
It was written
in black and white.
New favorite.
Yes.
It was written.
So the argument that nobody writes about a new favorite after an original favorite is no longer seen as likely favorite is complete hogwash.
You know, one of the reasons why we could say that Spain are favorites to win, because of how well Spain were playing in the tournament.
Good, sir.
They disposed of France. They looked really good, fluid football, scoring a lot of goals. Defensively, they were sound, and so we could say, yeah, man, them are the team who look most likely to win. Zidane, I have another question for us.
Mm-hmm.
City played Liverpool last week, no so?
Yes.
Based on my friend's argument, City are still the favourites, right?
Yes.
Who was favoured to win that game between Liverpool and City?
Liverpool was the favourite to win the game.
Liverpool were the favourites in the game.
Yes.
So the league favourites were an underdog against Liverpool at home.
At home.
That makes sense to me.
Well, I heard that direct question being asked. The game between Liverpool and City. Who was favourite to win the game? That game at that point in the season.
Yes.
Me couldn't believe when the man said Man City.
All right, watch me now. If the league started with Liverpool and City playing the first game of the season at the Etihad, City would be clear favourites to win that game.
Yes.
Hands down. No questions about it. But because of City's current form,
Preacher,
and the fact that Liverpool is playing so well.
Preacher, remember how this clown started. This man was saying, how do you make Liverpool favourites after 12 games? That was his argument, you know.
Liverpool.
His argument originally was
City were favourites before a ball was kicked.
No. He was telling the whole world, and him look a fool followers. Liverpool can't be favourites after 12 games because City have a tendency to run on later and win games. When he saw that City was not doing what he was crowing and laughing and said they would do, when all of us who understand sports and are not just on radio for make noise, all sensible people had seen from what City were doing after 10, 12 games and what Liverpool were doing, that is that City's chances of winning this year wasn't great. This guy was telling all of us that how are we having Liverpool as favourites now when City can run on? When he realized that City were not going to run on and that we were dead right that Liverpool was more likely to go on to win, then he started to make the case that how can you be making having a new favourite after the thing. The original argument was you can't make them favourite this early. That was his original argument because City had a tendency to run on. He changes his argument based on the weather.
Bridget, the favourite
that
can
copycat.
Change. The favourite can change, as others have said. In any competitive event, the favourite can change, right? The pre-season favourite is a designation that has been given. We can't go back and change the fact that City were the pre-season.
I was trying to explain to Badger why his point that he was trying to say, but you're saying this favourite can't change. No make no sense. The pre-season favourite is the team that we believe before a ball was kicked was the most likely to win the league.
Exactly.
After 15 games, I no longer believe that Man City is the team that is most likely to win the league. So the favourites has changed for the league. It's the same thing Badger the Great. So you don't score any points, Badger the Great.
Exactly. The only thing is that we cannot go back and change who are pre
because it was pre.
Because it was pre. And that has already been determined in our mind. But we are people who, when the facts change or when the circumstances change, our views change. Our views evolve.
Let me tell you where all of this I come from, and the man I try to trick the public. Last year, the man said it was Liverpool's title to lose. The thing they did in Liverpool hand. And he said at no time did he carry Liverpool to win the title. When I pointed out that, of course you did. You did say it was Liverpool's title to win or to lose, which means that you were at one stage of the tournament expecting Liverpool to win. You even got to the point where you're saying they would win by a goal difference. When he was confronted by his own flip-flopping, he came back this year now, worried that Liverpool will do the same thing. I said, don't put no favourite tag on him, T. Because and after 12 games, him say too early for start declare favourites. That's what it was, you know.
I'm leaving you guys with this question for Baji and others who might come, and for Orville who will talk about it tomorrow on his show.
Indeed.
Did Spain create an upset when they won the Euros? That's a question I have. Did Spain create an upset when they won the Euros in 2024? I leave it there, gentlemen.
Leave it there.
All right, preacher.
All right, coming up towards 2 o'clock. Kobe Stadium now, a star. All right, 615. 615-2841 or
676-6968. 676-6968 or 615-2841.
What's that? Huh?
Sign language.
Huh? Or the phone? Or the phone light is on. Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, I think you were telling us to take the break, Costa.
No.
But I guess not.
In 2 minutes.
2 more minutes. So we can squeeze one leading up into the break, people.
All right, we'll take it now. Hello.
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 Yes.
Yeah, man. Orville.
Yes, sir.
Well, just bring me straight in. Normally, me not get your producer.
Boy, I saw you got some of the days. Is your lucky day today?
All right, Orville. I must say this to you, and this nobody at all can take from you. You have raised the level of, and I hear you say it all the while, but it is true, and any criticism a guy going to have of you, them can't take it. So you have raised the level of the discourse about sports. You have made callers start to have to research them thing and come with them facts. The unfortunate byproduct of that is that people always feel the need to take care of it.
Yes.
And because without water and more, because 90% of the time, even probably 99% of the time, you stand on solid grounds. Them have to come with some fool something, some semantics to take care of it.
I know. That's exactly what it is.
And I just say go. My problem with this, and I don't come to defend nobody's argument, because me stand alone for my argument. Just like how you believe in yourself, I believe in myself too, and my ability to reason. The problem with this favorite argument is that if and I think it's a lot to do with semantics, because to say that Liverpool, Manchester City were pre-season favorite, or was whatever you want, but right now Liverpool are the favorite to win the title. All of these things have to be said with and you have to put in provisos in them.
Hold the line.
Liverpool are favorite to win now.
Make we take the break and come back to you.
Praise the Lord and God bless you. This is Archbishop Wayne Jonathan Manning I from Omega Radio. We would like to inform the listening audience that effective immediately, KLAS Radio is officially Omega Radio now. You are listening to Omega Radio. Tell everybody, the station where Jesus Christ is the star. God and Sports. Sensible. 89 FM, Jamaica. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
Your Saturday afternoon has gotten better. Omega Radio Sports, 1 to 4 p.m. We give you updates, previews, reviews, and in-depth sports discussions. Our knowledgeable hosts and guests will have you glued to your radio with the latest sports topics and engaging conversations as we navigate the sporting landscape to keep you on top of things. That's Omega Radio Sports, Saturdays 1 to 4 p.m. Don't miss it. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody. Omega Radio Sports is sponsored by Omega Radio Network. To sponsor this program, you can contact us at
876-204-9356. You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, we're back. We're back. Who are we talking to again?
40-67.
All right. What? Yeah. So you were saying?
Yeah. My problem with it, Orville, is that if you say a favorite, and I understand exactly what you mean, the person most favored to win at this point in time.
Yes.
If we hold that in absolute, then how can the favorite ever lose then?
Because how can the favorite ever lose?
Ever lose, yes. Because
it depends on at what stage you're talking about the favorite.
Exactly. So I say everything it can't be just said in absolute. You have to put in the provisos a favorite at this point. And
then not at this point, it is.
And I think I hear this argument.
Hold on, but Carla, when we're asking who are favorites, we are asking who are the most likely team to win at this point. You know, that it mean. You know?
That's your definition.
Most likely to win can be at some other point except now, my boss. No way attack. So there's going to be a game, and we are who is more likely to win that game change based on how the game go.
Me know you're not gonna make the people them argument for them. But when we talk about favorite,
yes,
it's kind of understood that we are talking preseason favorite or before the favorite before the thing there.
No, not
whether it's right or wrong. That is what most people mean when they say favorite. It and it don't make them wrong.
Hold on.
But all you have to them chance.
Hold on, but me not disagree with you. You know, I don't. Usually when we say who are the favorite for win Manning Cup, or who are the favorite for win D Cup, or who are the favorite for win World Cup, usually what we more often than not that discussion about favorite is something we take place before the tournament for real.
Exactly.
But so more discussions on the use of the word favorite is about who we think are going to win a tournament at the start of the tournament. So I agree with you.
Right.
But during the tournament, those of us who follow sports a little bit closer than the average man out the road, when we are having a discussion about who are we thinking is the most likely team to go on to win now that we have had the benefit of analysis and farm and injuries, that doesn't necessarily mean the team we think are going to win before the ball was kicked.
But that is understood.
That is the point I'm making.
Because the preseason favorite can drop out from the first round.
Yes, so I agree with you that usually when we speak about who is favorites, that discussion is essentially one that is had at the start of a tournament. So who are favorite for champs? West Indies are 80 yard without loss. We don't lose no wicket and we have 80 yard runs on the board. Now, clearly, West Indies would have had the better of that opening session and would now be in a favorable position. We're going 80 yard without loss. So,
I mean, it's a bad analogy, because with the West Indies, them can be 90 all out.
But that's the point I'm making. But it is exactly the point I'm making. The fact that we are in a favorable position against Australia don't make us favorites to beat them.
Even with 5 wickets in and 20 runs.
I agree, but you can't say
they'll never be the favorite.
I never said favorites. I'm saying at 90 without loss on the opening day of a test match against Australia, who has had the better of the test match up to that point?
West Indies. The team have not lost and make runs and have not
so we got 90 with a lose no wicket. So clearly we would have had the better of the opening session. That means we are in a favorable position. That's when that word and that term is applicable. Doesn't mean that you're favorites to win the game, though. The quality of the class of Australia, our own tendency to collapse and all of them something there, would still mean Australia are more likely to go on to win that game. So there are times when you are in a favorable position, but you are not the favorite.
And you can be in a favorable position and not even in the lead. Because with some races, when a certain runner is
in within touching distance of you, or lean by your shoulder, you know him kick coming down.
Yeah.
So you can be in a favorable position, but not necessarily in the lead as well. But none of that changes the fact that by the time your analysis says Team A is the team most likely to go on to win, what you are saying is that Team A at this point is now the favorites to win.
Yeah, but history records, in most cases, records the pre-tournament.
I agree with you. Because usually that is where most of the discussion is. The reason why we don't discuss favorites during a tournament as much as we do before, is that usually by the time the tournament are going, it is obvious who is the team most likely to go on to win. At the start of a season is when we speculate, we don't say a ball kick yet, we don't know players' form, we don't know who are got injured. So that is when you have that discussion. But if you see one team are run well with it, there's very little to discuss anymore. What catch some of them money and them won't admit it to them about is that some of us were bright enough to see that this year City would not be the team that they were the last 4 years. And therefore, after 10, 12 games, we had said those City were the preseason favorites in most of our head. After 10, 12 games, some of us had the foresight and the know-how to say, no, not this year City. And, other people were saying that we were writing off City too quick.
But that is, and I think you're talking World was not a fan of Liverpool, you know.
No. You being a fan shouldn't make you talk the kind of nonsense.
But he was speaking as a fan most of the time.
No. Listen, I can't be you can't be on the radio and talk crap and then say you were doing it as a fan.
No, it's me saying it, not him.
When you said City would run on and win the league, and it is proven that that is not what is happening, as many of us were saying, you can't say you were saying that as a fan. You were talking that and say you know ball, and the whole of it that tell you City will not do what they have always done. He didn't realize it when the rest of us did. Him say him know football, man, everybody. You were wrong, boss. You got it wrong when some of us got it right. That Liverpool, based on how them start, how City start, were more likely to go on to win. Good, sir. Anyway, we have the music where we have to play it soon.
Yeah, but Abel, just want to say something quickly. Yesterday, Baggio and Cece. Baggio have to care, and I mean, I'm sorry if it's not true, but I think Zidane here laugh when they talk about the man have two fathers and them something. We have to be careful them something, you know. At Baggio mentioned his child, if we not talk about Cece's child, would he be wrong? Them something that belong on radio, you know. Baggio would do better than that, you know. If a man a card, you care about the man. Or the man parents reach the thing.
No, but to be fair to Baggio though, he said, which I didn't hear. He said,
yeah, I know you never hear him call him some. Yeah,
Miss Baggio. He said he called him Miss Baggio.
Baggio, him call it.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, it's the miss that him added to that Baggio the problem.
But
you're right. You're right. We shouldn't.
Card back the man. Card back CC.
No, we shouldn't allow CC to call him Miss Baggio or Miss Baggio.
Yeah, but
we never hear.
You never hear. No, you never hear it. Because no, you never hear it. Because we never react.
Even if him say Baggio, him not have to put in the miss part of it was kind of low.
Yeah, but we just well, I'm glad that he's never in here. But even with Baggio never forgot the Rasta. And that's something
they say Baggio older than CC.
I know say that thing, but even me and Baggio do that thing to me, you know, one time on the Facebook, me say something to me. And I'm mad at the man bringing the argument, you know.
Oh Lord. All right, look, leave it here, man. Leave it. Since we're privy to that.
But listen, Kina. That's that. Respect, man.
Big all right, cool. All right. Listeners, quickly. So G-Star said this morning, who are the current favorites now? The man say Man City. But so G-Star, he must tut on him and bav on him a wee. But you know what G-Star should have asked him in addition? Man City are still the favorites to do what? Now when you say favorites, you know, it's favorites to win the competitions, you know. Indeed. So what are the favorites to win champs? So it's not just merely the favorites, it's favorites to do something, the favorites to win.
Yeah.
And Oral Tracy is insisting that Man City are still the favorites. Man City are still the favorites to win the Premier League. Oral Tracy, look into yourself, now, my boss, man, and stop doing this to yourself.
I think Oral has put out some points, knowing that they're not sensible, expecting the public to challenge him in order to.
And he loves it.
No. His method of having a show: take some ridiculous positions, know that the public would come at him, and then him getting a bag of cards. A bag of cards are either idiots or people who are anti-sports. That's what it is. The sensible people has found out the rules, but them take the time, and we fall into it too, for respond. But the only reason why me keep responding, is because him keep calling up my name and talking about me. Because that is what he did to start him program, and him just started. Let's pick on Orville, because that I got generate some more cards. He hasn't stopped. Me tell him every day, don't talk about me, I'm not talk about you, and say which of the two shows survive. Him know him can't do that. So sometimes, me just have it because him call up my name all this man. But people, remember, don't be tricked. Originally, the argument was you can't write off City so early. That was the original argument. Why are you putting Liverpool as favorites when City, the big bad City, is still there? They'll go on to win them last 12, 14 games and run on. So Liverpool can't be favorite now. It is when he realized that all what we were saying was accurate and theme argument was fool. Then the argument then mushroomed so you can't have Liverpool as favorite at all. The argument was always about you can't say Liverpool as favorites so early. But City has his predictions are embarrassing him as they usually do, because everybody did say City won't do what this man did. Everybody did say Liverpool, certainly as far as City were concerned, would have had the better season. We never did need 29 games to know that. We did see that from game 12. He didn't. Most of us did. And that fact is embarrassing him to the point where he mushroom him arguments from don't declare Liverpool favorites so early to don't declare Liverpool favorites at all. That is what is embarrassing him, because he got it so wrong when all of us had got it so right. Good, sir. Music now. Music. Let's take the break and then we come to the song.
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
Need to brighten up your dimly lit spaces while saving on electricity? Look no further. Fosbridge is having an up to 50% off solar lighting sale from now until February 28. Solar garden lamps, wall mounts, and solar flood lamps. Visit us in Kingston, Mandeville, Draxall, and Montego Bay. Call us at 876-937-5099. Don't miss this solar lighting sale from now until February 28. Open Sundays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Path beneficiaries. The February payment cycle is here and ready for collection. Post offices and payment agencies will deliver payments based on last names up to March 6, 2025. Be sure to check the Weekend Star to find out when you should collect. If you miss your date, you must collect on March 7 or 10, 2025. For more information, call PATH at 876-922-8000-13 or visit the ministry's website at www.mlss.gov.jm. PATH, advancing your family, developing Jamaica. A message from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers pride themselves in being professionals in the field of insurance broking, claim settlement, and risk management services for over 35 years. We offer a wide range of insurance services, including motor, property, liability, accident, life, and international health for individuals and companies at competitive rates. Call 926-3572 or visit 7.5 Haining Road, Kingston 5, or shop number 3, James Plaza, Mandeville. Call 625-6804 or visit online spectrumjamaica.com. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, then time for music. A little bit later, but you know how it goes. Brought to you by Edge Campaigns for People Who Dream in Color. And the first selection is brought to you by, well, we did say Edge Chem For those who dream in color. This one is by Jaron, and it's called Caribbean Christian.
When they ask me where I'm from the Caribbean, and I'm a Christian boy. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Nothing wrong with dancing, part of our culture. No ways rotating, no. Don't let the devil tempt you. Christian from the Caribbean, and music is a part of it. Yeah, we dance and raise flag, but represent Jesus Christ. Yeah, promote no reveling, cause the Bible and tell me them thing is sin. Used to do them things before, but Jesus lets me from deep within. So no more partying, no more drinking, no. Cause Jesus saved me, but me dance when the gospel hit me. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood, my blood. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood, my blood. Don't hold me, let me dance. Don't hold me, let me dance, oh yeah. Let me dance with Jesus, let me dance with Jesus, oh yeah. Dance with Jesus, oh yeah. Young and old, come along, everyone can do it. No worry about nothing, it got no weight limit, cause this party is heavenly. That's the problem gone away. It's a new kind of dancing, can lead you to your healing. So get up and dance your problem them away. I know you've been waiting long, but your breakthrough is today. Forget about every negative thing, get up and dance into your blessing. It might look confusing, but it's Caribbean Christian living. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in the blood. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood, my blood. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood, my blood. Don't hold me, let me dance. Don't hold me, let me dance, oh yeah. Let me dance with Jesus, let me dance with Jesus, oh yeah. Dance with Jesus, oh yeah. I say, don't hold me, leave me, let me dance. Tell them shit. Don't hold me, just leave me, let me dance. Tell them shit. Let me go, let me go, let me dance. Tell them shit. Let me go, just let me dance. Tell them shit. Let me go, let me go, let me dance. Let me go, let me go, let me dance. Let me go, let me go, let me dance. I want to dance with Jesus, boy. Let me go, let me dance. Let me go, let me go. Come on and dance, your problem, there's no way.
All right, then. So that first song selection, Caribbean Christian by Jaron, and it's brought to you by Edge Campaigns of People Dreaming Color.
I don't know how it just come to me, but it's really fun. The man keeps saying City are still the favorites. So I want to know, City are still the favorites to do what?
That's a very brilliant question.
You can't answer this question, no. City are still the favorites according to Loudmouth, man.
To do what?
To do what? So I want him to answer that tomorrow. I'm listening and text me all the while, So I'm listening. So I want to know, my good friend, City are still the favorites to do what?
I hope that chases away his little minions who can't think. Because you're right, favorites is not a term that you use in isolation. Sure. It's favorites to accomplish something. So what are City favorites to do? City are still favorites to do what? That's a brilliant question. You know? But you heard the basketball on this morning.
No, but here, it might have a way out, because LeBron James has played some top defense in the last 6 weeks, So if he's talking about in this moment,
in the last 6 weeks,
he may have a point.
Oh,
but G-Star is saying he spoke about LeBron James' number across the season.
Yeah.
But across the season, no, LeBron James would not be playing his best basketball season. But in the last 6 weeks or so,
okay,
he has been special.
615-2841. Let's go back online. Hello.
So, countryman, City are still the favorites to do what?
To be the preseason favorite.
City
are favorites now to be the preseason favorite.
Anyhow, good afternoon, Jay.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, man.
Orville.
Yes, sir.
Something happened to me yesterday. I can't believe it. You understand?
What up?
I had an issue with yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I went to my dentist bar. Big up myself, dentist bar. Andrew, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking to the receptionist. And then, she to get the relevant information. And then I waited in the waiting area.
Yes.
And then I saw an an assistant came and said, come this way, sir. So she put me inside of the room, and then while we were going, she said to me, sir, I know you. So I said, no, you don't know me. She said, yes, I know you. You talk on the radio. I said, me, no, sir. So I start the laugh the entire time.
And then that was a dead giveaway.
She said, see that? Countryman, no. I said, Jesus, what? My sister said, yeah. But she said she listened every day. So I didn't get her name yesterday. But I want to big you up because they were very good in dealing with that situation I had yesterday.
All right.
So big up yourself, Andrew Bar, and your able assistant there, okay?
All right, cool.
A couple of weeks ago, Abel, I came on and I said to you in respect to that track and as it comes to they're going to say they want to relay it.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of the time frame that existed. And it wasn't looking from then. I knew it was going to be tight. I think the minister came out and said after, what was it, Gibson? The next day would have been the Sunday. They would have started the process of working on the track.
Did she give that kind of timeline?
Yes.
Or she did just say, she said the Sunday?
No.
All right.
The Sunday after the Saturday, which was Gibson.
Yeah.
The work would have been started on the track. Whether I'll do weather and all those things, okay?
Yeah.
It has come to point that the work has not started, and they further said it was going to be started on Thursday. That would have been today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing all sorts of things in terms of material not here as yet, and sort of thing. But that's another case in point. What has struck me now is that they asked the president of ISA, Mr. Wellington, if he's, I'm going to tell you, if he's in a panic mode based on what is happening. And I think he shrugged it off and said, no, he's not in a panic mode, but he's concerned. And the concern now seems as if they might have to postpone champs for a later date. Because I said that they're going to make that decision this weekend pertaining to say how they factoring all what is before them to see whether or not a postponement of the champs will be on the cards going forward.
And he would be concerned. Why? Because you have examined them something.
The timetable, yes, the timetable that's not being followed. If the timetable was being followed to say if that started on Sunday and all of this was
no man. Here's the question: why would Mr. Wellington be concerned about champs being put back at a later date?
Because it looked like he won't have the stadium available for the 26th and 27th.
No man, you're not follow the question.
Yeah.
If champ, what's the difference to Mr. Wellington if champs is kept at the end of March or at the end of April? And I'm saying the reason why it must be a concern to him is maybe athletes availability.
Because like people,
calendar will be
the coaches are primed or have the athletes primed for that time frame.
Yes.
No, if you want the athletes primed, then you have to put it off for another week or 2 weeks.
It would
disrupt from what
you can't. You know, could I reprime them, man? Me think the issue is not just. It's not just a question of
when it's what's the meet? Carifta. Carifta trial and all. Yes.
Gone to GC faster.
I know it's gone to GC faster.
Yeah.
Unless it would collide with maybe like
Carifta and other events.
Another events. But merely if the youngsters will still be available, and there's no other meet that coincide, and if exam and everything gonna coincide, because you know exam from April go down now we are talking.
Yeah.
So maybe those those are the concerns. But if those are not, you move it, things get postponed to a later date.
Yeah, but as I'm saying, when you prime your well, I just said it would, but that never happened before.
No, but me sure if you said to the coaches them no.
Yeah.
All right, rather than the end of March, we'll have champs at the end of April. I don't know if that would significantly impact how the athletes will perform in April. It just means that you have to go tweak them program. So rather than peak them for the end of March, you tone it down from now. Do whatever background you need to do. And I don't think the quality of the performance of the athletes would be the big function. Is whether they are available.
Remember, there might be other factors that we are not
or some other
don't know about in terms of contractual obligations
or whatever.
So I don't know. You understand?
Yes.
So I don't know, but hopefully, keeping the fingers crossed as it per se.
Yes.
And I want to big up some of the Liverpool fans. Them, I know. You understand? The same badge there. My Virgin Zaro. Now, Clarendon was a big Liverpool fan. You understand? Virgin of Mandeville. He knows his name or whatever. In that Mandeville there. You understand?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Country. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to call Wellington.
Please.
For him to explain if he is concerned.
Bring some clarity. Bring some clarity to it.
All right, we'll do.
Yeah, man. Wonderful of you to raise.
Big up the dentist and him technical assistant. Yeah.
And wonderful of you to raise this issue again, country. Big up.
I certainly will. All right. Cool.
And what we will do is just take the break, so we can right after the break we can have Mr. Wellington on air. Somebody's asking about the field, but it seems as if Mr. Rudolph Speed is pretty satisfied with the field and the readiness of it for the March 13th date for that potential big clash. Well, not a big clash, but it's a big clash. And the greatest of them all will be here as well, supposedly. And so we take the break, start. No, it's Miss Marian over there. We take the break, Miss Marian, and we come back. We should be talking to Mr. Keith Wellington, president of this. We're coming.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Ireland's Peter Homana, Cian Healy, and Conor Murray will retire from international rugby at the end of the 6 years nations. The Irish Rugby Union IRFU confirmed the Ireland's former captain O'Mahon and the most capped player Healy will retire from rugby at the end of the season, while Murray will pursue a playing opportunity abroad when his monster deal concludes this summer. And that's your Sports Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal! Fosrich Financing.
Sports in a Minute was
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
all right. Then, so as we promised, we will try to get Mr. Wellington just to clear up that little issue that country raised. We have him, Miss B. Hello? Oh, Miss B said coming. We're trying to find Mr. Wellington.
Yeah, hopefully we get through to Mr. Wellington. Somebody's saying Mr. Speed still has concern about the field. I thought he said, as far as he's concerned, the field will be ready for the March 13th.
No, from what I'm hearing, they are confident that the
field will be ready.
That the powers that be will get it ready.
Oh.
So it doesn't mean I am confident. It means that I was given the assurance by the IPL people
that it will be ready.
That it will be ready. I work with them. But I think deep down
they are concerned.
But them say it will be okay. And you can't publicly come and say you don't think they will be okay. That wouldn't be politically the right thing for Cavalier to say. But deep down I think they are concerned. But they have been given the assurances that the stadium will be ready. So them say them are trust and hope. Miss B, talk to me. Take a call. All right, we could take another one while we try to get to Mr. Wellington.
Hello.
Hello.
My time.
Oh, Bull. Yeah, Bull. What go?
Yeah, man. But there, man. whether the goals are played at stadium or stadium is catching now. It's all a stadium.
Yeah, that was stadium.
So bad,
If I kick some ball and a light post somewhere.
My life.
All right. Sir.
That's how I'm saying, I'm like, big man. I hope this is where you want to play, you know.
Yeah.
Make sure we say Zidane, when we see what there was at 3-0 up on aggregate.
Mm-hmm.
We see Port Valley, you know, and then go 2-0 up. And we see him provide the next pass, and we see them go 1-0 up, and then go 2-0 up. Instantly, we go up on the website and buy my ticket, man. Right away.
Yes.
Now, it's no time. You see, after the game done to that, I'm going to check back again. The early bird, them done.
Yes.
But we're going to check back the price them this morning. The ticket to me by the price for that triple.
Mm-hmm.
So the man them, and the outlay of where the tickets are is giving the outlay at National Stadium.
Yes.
So you buy, for instance, you buy VVIP different. That's saying where in the stadium you will be.
Yeah, where's VVIP?
Like in the middle
Of the grandstand.
of the grandstand.
What's special? Because that's 15,000, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it what special? They're going to get food and thing?
It looks up.
Okay.
Or it's a better view because it's
No.
regular grandstand.
It can't be merely for the view.
But you mean, you know, when you're going to the match, you're going to bleachers. Let's say you're going offline bleachers.
Yes.
That's a different price. You know? That in premium bleachers in the bar.
Yeah.
So you enter to a particular gate to go there.
Okay. So you're saying the reason why it's more expensive is just because it's in the grandstand and in the
I
middle.
think in the middle and probably because the view.
Okay.
The view, sometimes the view in grandstand is different. You can be closer to the bleachers in the grandstand and you have like a side on view and then you have a full view of the from half line.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter where I'm in the grandstand. I see the game clear.
No, we don't top. I don't know top people in a society that is football thing. Yeah, no, media box. We get champagne and fruits. You know, that much.
All right.
Big
one. You're still here. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I have a. Listen, that question is brilliant. You know, when it comes on to the favorite question. Favorite to do what?
Favorite to do what? Because the man said.
The
man said because when he's asked who is the most likely team to win the league now, he admits it's Liverpool. But then he maintains that Man City are still the favorites. So I want to know they are still the favorites to do what?
That question should done the argument. After that question, this argument should be completely be put to bed.
It's over completely.
Unless the argument is they are favorites to be preseason. to be preseason.
Are they my favorite to come forth?
Yes.
That question does it. They are favorites to do what?
But talking about fourth, the Premier League is basically sure of it. But the race for the Champions League is kind of tight.
Yes.
Chelsea go up on I think they win 2 games of them last 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then just outside the top 4.
Yeah.
Man City is right there. Aston Villa kind of fall off, but you might think that with Champions League football and all kind of things, they might even fall further.
It's going to be tough for them.
It's going to be tough for them.
I'm looking at the fixtures. The fixture list for Nottingham Forest. Toughish, you know. Tough.
It's tough.
Yeah, and they have City. Their next Premier League games is at home to Man City.
Yeah, and when you look at what's the name? Newcastle, they're about as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about if Nottingham can hold on to that third place, you know, because I think Man City might find something. Them look like they might find something. Them still terrible defensively, you know, but I like the youngster them by the 20-year-old. I think one of the things that Man City backline they lack pace, and him coming and him look like him have some pace about him. You know, so I like how him look.
Bull, let me remind me about something. When did Martinelli pull his hamstring? Was it in January?
Martinelli got injured during the transfer window, yeah.
Well, let me ask you now, because I know Martinelli was one that Arteta thought could play some minutes in the central striker. I'm saying to you, Bull, you don't think an intelligent manager would. Martinelli has a hamstring injury as well, out for weeks. You don't have to buy a quality. You just no need somebody who understands to play the striker position, you know. So even if it's the Bramble baller from Brighton, I will sign him the other day. Him come on for Nottingham Forest, man. Not so. Ferguson.
All right.
Evan Ferguson.
Anybody at all, Arteta needed to buy with us understand the striker role, you know. Because we create a lot of chances, you know.
You want to think is beating Arteta?
We have.
I don't think a number 9 is in Arteta's game plan.
And that's why I'm get knocked. But we have Keith Wellington, boy.
We have Mr. Wellington. I'm sure you want to hear him office about his supposed concern for champs.
Don't think.
All right, big up.
Man. All right, Mr. Well, how you do? Hello? Oh, Lord. Lordy. We had him. He got cut off. And apparently we had him again. Hope him not cut off. We're trying for reconnect with Mr. Wellington.
That's champs. You know what champs is for the Jamaican public and the Jamaican athletes on a whole. It's massive.
It cut off again, Miss B. So we are try. Why is it cutting off though? Maybe it's another call coming and cut it off.
No, man.
I don't know, but he's sitting around the phone and wait for the call. So see if you can.
If Mr. Wellington's supposed to have Zoom, you know, we have the Zoom connection normally works.
Oh,
he's there now. I'm here.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, good afternoon.
We're not here so loud, Mr. Well.
You hear me better now?
Much
Yes.
better, yeah.
You hear me better?
We're hearing a little echo though. You I don't know if our in our ear. So yeah, the radio, you're probably right.
I'm better now?
Yes, man. Are you concerned about the scheduling of champs?
So, Orville, I've been asked this question quite a few times, and I've said repeatedly, I have not gotten to the stage yet where I am concerned. I am weary because obviously with what is happening, there's a risk involved. So you have to be aware of what those risks are, and you have to be mindful of what the consequences if things change. But right now, I'm not concerned. And I'm not concerned because as far as I know, the plans that have been put in place to do the repairs to the track, or, well, whatever works they need to do to the track, it is still on track as of today, as far as I know. And that is based on the information that was shared with me prior to this week. So I'm not yet at the level of concern. I think there's an article in the Observer today that suggests that we are contemplating postponing champs. That is not true. I said to the reporter that we will make an assessment this weekend based on the timelines that we have been given, and if things doesn't look as if they appear to be on track, then obviously we'll have to look at the options available after this weekend.
What would be the disadvantage of rescheduling champs or of relocating champs? Those two things, rescheduling and relocating.
All right. So again, we are not contemplating rescheduling champs, but if we were to reschedule, obviously all the plans that would have gone into play already, including persons who would have committed not just their services, but even patrons. Because, you know, we have a large group of persons who travel from abroad, who take their vacation, as a matter of fact.
Oh, ticket to the book already and something.
So, right. So obviously it would be uncomfortable, to say the least, for them. There would be significant displacement, but that is not to say that it could not happen. But it is not something that we would do unless there's absolutely no choice.
Mm-hmm. All right, what has IPL said to you in relation to the work on the track itself? It's going to start today, tomorrow, and it will be finished by when? But as they've been specific with you, they gave you a broad period of time.
They have shared with me a day-to-day timeline that started last week, as a matter of fact, and runs until the track is complete. I won't share it because obviously that's their prerogative. But I'm comfortable with where they are today as against where they had planned to be today.
Is the track being worked on as we speak, Mr. Wellington? Do you know?
There's work. Again, I don't want to share the timeline.
No, man, I'm just asking about today. Has the tracks, have we started to work on the track?
Well, what was planned for today, as far as I know, well, not today, because what was planned for yesterday happened yesterday.
Okay. All right. That's good enough.
And well, Whatever that is. Whatever that
that
means.
is. It means they're on the
All
course.
it means is that I am watching a timeline
Yes.
that will give me comfort or cause me discomfort based on the day-to-day activities that is scheduled to take place.
Let me ask this one: would you have been happy if they left it at is and then do what they needed to do after champs? Would you be comfortable with that?
If they had left, all right. So I have not actually set foot on the track for the last few weeks. I know there was an issue up until January 20. Let me see now, 25th, 24th, round about the week of January 20th. There were serious concerns about the track.
What were those concerns?
The track was damaged. The track was damaged and could not be used. If champs was the 22nd of January, the track could not have been used.
Yeah, but what changed? What changed between then and Gibson? Because Gibson was held.
There was some work done. There was some work done, and you would see the evidence of that with those patches, those colors that you see on it. So there was some work done, and obviously persons have used it since. We have not gotten much complaints from the athletes who have used it since.
So if there were no renovation work at all, the state of the track would still be good enough to host champs.
Champs is another 4 weeks from now.
Yeah.
What I can speak to is what existed, say between the 25th of January and Gibson.
No man. So I'm saying the Gibson, the track, that was.
All right. So Orville. All right. Let me just give you an example. We started champs last year, right? And I don't know if you remember, if you recall what happened. But I just reminded that on the Thursday afternoon we had a 2-hour delay. You remember that?
Vaguely. What had happened again?
There were some parts of the track, specifically for the 200 meters. We could not have started the 200 meters because specifically the area around the start of the 200 meters, there was some damage. The track was actually almost like there were ear pockets under the track.
Right.
That was.
But I'm saying you're saying that those were remedied for Gibson.
Those were remedied for champs.
For champs last year.
So we had a 2-hour delay and it was remedied. That does not mean the track is in perfect condition, but it means that it could have been used.
Right.
Now, as to whether or not based on everything that has taken place, we could have gone through the rest of the preseason and gotten to champs and everything would be fine. I can't say.
But the question is,
I can't say.
Gibson Relays was held on the.
Right, and there were no issues, no complaints.
And there were no issues. So if after Gibson Relays, nothing was done, if the government suddenly has a change of heart, listen, you know what? We're not gonna try nothing because the timeline too close. So would we still have a track worthy of the magnitude of champs?
As of Gibson was the 22nd of February. As of the 22nd of February, it appears so.
Okay. All right, that's the thing. We'll leave it here. I'm sure you'll keep us posted.
So if the work is cancelled, if you want to put it a little bit more bluntly, if the work is cancelled, let us say shipment doesn't arrive, rain starts falling for the next 2 weeks, or no work can be done. Can we have champs? I think so.
All right.
I think so. All right.
Leave it there.
Great.
All right. Good.
All right. So it was the January situation that was very concerning.
Yeah.
All right. So hopefully all's well that ends well. By the way, Mr. Wanaka, can you know them know say? So they want to talk about you. So them say.
Make we take the break.
And then come. We're coming.
What am I?
Tracy, who you go give on now? You're too fast. Hey, me I got your text now for buy up my sugar bun, wine slice, bulla, coffee strip, and marble cake, plus some raisin bread, banana cake, and the best rock cake for the pitney them. Me can get some? No. Go buy your own. Hey!
Jotex Bakery. Visit 20 Gold Street, Kingston, or call 922-5768. Open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Delivery island-wide. Jotex Bakery. So nice, so right.
Conditions apply.
Need to brighten up your dimly lit spaces while saving on electricity? Look no further. Fosbridge is having an up to 50% off solar lighting sale from now until February 28th. Solar garden lamps, wall mounts, and solar flood lamps. Visit us in Kingston, Mandeville, Draxall, and Montego Bay. Call us at 876-937-5099. Don't miss this solar lighting sale from now until February 28th. Open Sundays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Working a Teleton, yeah. Teleton! What's up, Pastor Lee?
The Teleton is what's up, Bishop.
What time is this?
Sunday, March 9 to Sunday, March 30, 2025. With the Teleton revealed during the church service starting at 11 a.m. Call in and sow or make a donation online and add in all your donation details.
This is a listener-supported gospel radio station winning the lost and the least for Jesus Christ, changing lives around the world, one person at a time.
If you are blessed by this radio ministry, please donate to keep the station on air by donating online, www.omegaradio.co. Cash App, $WOIB 1019, Zelle 954-773-4444. Or for our local friends in Jamaica, NCB 361-400-372, or Jamaica National 200-0026-7789, or right our headquarters for the Caribbean in Kingston, Jamaica, 17 Aining Road, Kingston 5, Jamaica. Or our U.S. headquarters at 11030 Wilds Road, Coral Springs, Florida, or the Omega headquarters in Europe in Nottingham.
If we have been a blessing to you, help us be a blessing to others in Jesus Christ's name.
This is Wayne Manning
and Elizabeth Manning saying thank you in advance
for your generosity and your support to this station.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, man. So what you said, them pressure me?
Yeah, them pressure you about it. I'm telling him, say that is not one of the no bramble argument. When you
Which
said,
one?
you said, by the way, you prefer to have a world record than Olympic one.
I would prefer.
Yes.
The argument was never about my preference. The argument was which is a more monumental track and field accomplishment, world record or the Olympics, or an Olympic gold. Now, meeting world record is a bigger act.
Yeah, I agree with you. I've been saying this for years in sports.
But a gold medal means that you are better than the other 7 people in the race. A world record means that you are better than everybody else who has ever done this thing.
Yes, me agree.
Now, which one you prefer? That's up to you. My argument is which one is a more outstanding achievement.
Yeah, because what we know is that when is the next Olympic? Somebody going to be the gold medal winners, and the other one, and the other one, and the other one. What we do, we don't know if somebody will ever come and broke this. So a man come and run 957. Oh my man,
what they are trying to tell me that a man runs 957 and the Diamond League now would get less than running than winning an Olympic gold in
what
his
stocks would go just as much or even more.
Running 980 and winning the gold medal at the next Olympic cannot be a more significant achievement than running 957 on the Diamond League. Michael Johnson, somewhere might keep the Grand Slam.
Yeah, I agree.
At 4 different places in the world. If somebody by chance come to Jamaica and run 957, you want to tell me that an Olympic gold medal is more significant than that? I don't agree. But people can agree, people cannot agree. But even if a man disagree, but that's a worthy debate to have. Anyway, some of the foolishness of me here at Parade now, them they are some like a joke something. But your question settles it. City are the favorites to do what? Australia are favorites to beat the West Indies. Argentina are favorites to win the World Cup. Calabar are favorites to win champs. Clarendon College are favorites to win the Costa Cup. What are City favorites to do? Jesus Christ, my grudge you for that.
Yes. I'm gonna tell me say I must somebody give me the argument. The question went bad.
That question should end
it. I bet you when I hear tomorrow morning.
This argument cannot make foolishness continue. But me tell you, the guy puts out statements that he knows he will get a pushback. He lives for these things,
Yes.
If you look how the guy does his TV thing, he knows he's not as intelligent and rational as most people. What he does, he irritates.
Yes.
He provokes.
Yes.
In order to get a response.
Yes.
In my case, the guy decided what's the best way to get a response from Orville and his audience. The guy decided to just come at me directly when he started the program. It worked. But me not understand how his listeners don't see what it is for what it is. People, if I like a young DJ come now, who is the top DJ in Jamaica now? Me not talk cartel. Who would we say is the number one?
You could say Massacre.
Massacre. If I youth now I go start a career and for the first 10, 15 tune and Massacre I'm a come on. Isn't it obvious what he's doing? It is obvious that the guy created a program around me. That's what the guy did. And me with my little fool self used to respond. Until the guy now has a following. And he realizes, how do I get a following? I irritate. I provoke. But certainly in terms of what is rational, the youth don't have a clue. And the whole world know that. But you know why they won't tell him? Because a lot of the people won't tell him because these are also anti-Orville people. And them afraid say if we tell him Orville scores
that are the ones outside of the slow ones. Because you have some really slow ones where they just know.
Most of you see the one that was slow are anti-Orville. He has convinced them.
Yeah.
What he has done, the bright ones, me and them have problem because me and them cash on the radio. The slow ones, he has convinced them that it might make sense. And because him cuss me so often, them just follow him. Because them now, me and them now have no problem, But them happen for rate him, and his enemies now become their enemy. So me now become enemy to some people, me them know. Me and them never have a discussion yet. Me this and me that. But the guy doesn't make any sense most of the time for the radio.
True.
Anyway, make we go back online. Hello.
Ghost and Ghost.
Who is this? Shipping port.
Right away, me take myself out of the fine line. My God.
One ship sails into port. But before you go, remember a couple months ago, because a year or so a while ago, me and my little fool self a fall and go answer. Remember me tell you to leave it alone and run the program.
The house had really bolted them time.
Why, me I tell you,
2 months ago, the house already bolted though.
Yes, so when you wake up and I listen to thing in the morning and a man just don't put your name, and I call you a fool and idiot and this and this and that. And then you have other people. You say if I didn't even want to say you have some other fools following him when me and them not have no problem.
That's a concerning one, isn't it? Man, we get agreed.
So me can understand the guy. He has a program. Calling up my name was his mandate to get a program going. I understand why he's doing it. But you have some other man with them not run no show. We just fall in line.
All right, Mr. Higgins. Time I go, me do my 5 and come off or my 4 and come off.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Wellington, just listen to Mr. Wellington. Well, let's see, whatever happen, if it happen on the negative side, Mr. Wellington, the King of Portmore endorses our parish of St. Catherine in Hosting Champs 2025. So, you're not for worry. Not for worry, Mr. President.
That's over GC.
Over GC, Pastor. And this is just as I mentioned that.
How much GC can hold? They might prefer postpone champs.
They can't hold much about GC. But GC never hold champs already.
Yeah, but listen to me. Let's say they can make 40 million at the gate at champs. Or more, because 30,000 people.
They don't want to lose their revenue over GC.
You believe that given a chance to postpone champs for 2-3 weeks, I rush to keep it over GC faster where they won't make a tenth of that. What do you think they won't do that?
All right, boss.
All right. Follow the money.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But me I go big up some St. Catherine School as I mentioned that, because we still enjoy with St. Catherine School, them doing well. St. Catherine High School made the final of the Dakasta Cup. The Money Cup, sorry, my apology. St. Catherine. The netball, seniors, I think the one that they made the final. And they are now in the final of the basketball, the senior basketball with champions. St. Jago doing well in cricket and school challenge quiz. Marty rugby and netball. So big up the St. Catherine School them.
Yes.
So big up in yourself. You know, more big up the ladies. More big up my lady them. Ladies see you all heap of respect. All the ladies will call or listen, because you have a lot of ladies who listen to sport this and them to call.
Yes.
Lady taxi driver, I know you're there on up the radio make people listen and hear some nice call at the call. And as we mentioned that, wrong factor, me don't want you disrespect no caller, no texter. Me don't want you do that. Make the man then call and talk and nobody come talk about your friend from foreign did call. Me like the correction, me like how you clap back at that. So not do that. Don't let everybody make them call and put whatever they want put forward. So you know bother with that, bro. Because you put out a lot of wrong information, so we can't say, yeah, that's how it starts. But not show no shade. Big up yourself. Call the program and talk. It's for everyone.
All right.
Mr. Matthews.
Yes, Mr. Correct. Not correction. Shipping.
You want us to discuss the World Cup 86 and you want us to move on?
You discuss any topic you want to discuss.
Man, buddy. Yeah, because you mentioned something, man. When you mentioned that before you came off of the program Monday, your argument was, any man want to come take on this World Cup Diego Maradona thing, call tomorrow. Well, this Thursday is not the day after, it's 2 days after that day.
Well, they spoke about it yesterday as well. Didn't you?
Like you don't want me to touch it. Like
no, man. What is wrong with Chipping Port? If you want, talk, my boss.
All right. Let me touch Diego Armando Maradona's World Cup campaign in the 90s.
All right, but hold on. I'll stop you right here. I made no argument about Diego's World Cup.
All right. Since you mentioned that, you mentioned Diego Maradona against Uruguay in the 86 World Cup.
No, man, it was an error. It was the first round.
All right. You take that back. Then you mentioned Diego Maradona against was it Bulgaria?
Yeah, man, because he didn't play Uruguay in the first round. So it was a first round game and it was Bulgaria.
It doesn't matter, man. He played Uruguay with
no, man, it matters, man. He was very good against Uruguay. He was brilliant in the second round pretty much in every game. So, except the final.
Against Bulgaria. Could you repeat what you just said a while ago?
He was brilliant in every game, maybe except the final in the second round.
So that means retract your argument when you say that 86 World Cup when that dribbling again.
I never said anything about the 86 World Cup. That is not true.
So you know what game was he dribbling?
Hold on. If you want to take me, and at least be fair and honest, because it's you come on and ask me if identify a game where I saw Maradona looking like a clown. A game.
All right.
So why when I gave you a game, now you're saying, hold on, not shipping for.
Okay.
No, you're saying I was talking about the tournament and a whole. Not do that to me, my boss.
Okay, no, man, retract that. Man. I can take that back.
Yes, indeed.
Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Argentina against Bulgaria.
Yes.
1986.
Yes. Tell
me about Maradona's performance. No, man, I can't go
nowhere. No, I say, what if Maradona? I say, Maradona dribble the ball in some blind alley, my boss. I say, this man, the man, I say, is God.
You want to listen to Shipping Port now?
Yeah.
And I can congratulate you for giving me some homework and let me sit down in front of my television and watch that game from minute 1 to minute 90.
Hold on, we're coming.
Yeah, man, hold on. We're coming.
Hold up the time. 1 minute.
We're coming back. We're coming.
Set the trend.
The trend-setting sports desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., is Jamaica's #1 call-in sports program. Join me, Orville Higgins, and me, Christopher Zidane Matthews, as we continue to take call-in sports discussions to the highest levels on radio. The sports desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., on Jamaica's #1 sports radio station. The hour between 3 and 4 p.m. is sponsored by Western Sports, the sports people, with locations in Kingston, Ocho Rios, and Montego Bay.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
your favorite gospel DJ. My name is Jermaine Morgan, popular known as the Brother Frisco. Joins me weekdays and weekend on your radio. On Mondays, it's 4 p.m. through to 9. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 4 p.m. through to 7 p.m. Thursdays and Fridays, 4 p.m. through to 9. And on Saturdays and Sundays, it's 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. on Omega Radio, locally and internationally, where your afternoon will get better going into the evening, and your weekend will never be the same. Stay locked with Brother Frisco on your radio.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, back with your shipping port.
Yeah, Zidane Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
In that game against Bulgaria, I think you're mixing up Diego Maradona with somebody else in the Argentina shirt. At no point or at no time in that game did Diego Maradona dribble and give that ball away to be giving the ball away.
No man, that joke.
So you made that statement.
Yeah, joke.
Zidane Matthews, as I can tell you before,
Shipping.
from minute one, I can break that game down with it and tell you when Diego made mistake in that game.
Shipping point. You don't understand football.
Zidane Matthews.
All right.
Diego Armando Maradona, the number 10.
I'm sorry, it's not a
in
thief.
The first half.
Hold on. No.
Listen me now. Tell me, yeah. Tell me when you can talk. I'm not talk when you talk.
No, I know what you're going to say, but I'm sorry, it's not a television station. We have for us to put up the. So when I bring up the game, I can show you the moments in that game where he dribbled.
Moments?
When it made no sense to dribble and gave away the football. And prove you're wrong once again.
Diego Maradona did no such thing in that game against Bulgaria.
All right.
Brilliant in that game against Bulgaria. As I said, the time he lost the ball on the left flank,
no man,
watch the game.
It's multiple times, man.
The second half. It was in the second half, and he won back that ball from the person who took that ball away from him and swung the ball for a square, and that ball went out for a corner. So if you are saying that you're mixing up, you don't.
When I time I see the man dribble the ball straight out the door without no challenge, you know, dribble and dribble out of real estate and not dribble out.
In what first half or second half?
First half.
That's not true, Diego. Zidane Matthews.
All right.
Why Zidane? Why are you coming on here to try to win an argument?
No, it's not me. No, it's not. Hold on.
No, that is not true.
How is me I try win an argument when it's you create an argument?
I'm not creating anything.
No,
I'm talking about what I saw in that game.
No, but it's you.
Game.
Tripping point. It's me. So something you argue with me. It's not me create an argument.
Yeah, Zidane, don't lie and Diego Maradona. All right, but whatever he did, you said he was brilliant in every game except the final. Zidane.
I said it was brilliant in every knockout game except the final. You never had a special against Italy either.
He was the best player. That's
no, I never said he wasn't.
Italy.
I never said he wasn't the best player for Argentina against Italy. I said he wasn't all that special either.
Against who?
Against Italy.
Diego Maradona was brilliant against Italy. He was breaking on. He was the one that scored that goal and he broke down that Italy defense time after time after time.
All right, my boss.
Diego Maradona was the best player on the field against
Italy. I saw you're obsessed with Maradona, my boss. All right, big up yourself.
That's the greatest player I ever see. Well, I'm
man.
He was the best player against South Korea, the best player against Italy, not the best against Bulgaria.
No, hold on. All me I gotta say, I am not going to comment on Maradona in this World Cup, in the 86 World Cup. People know what I think. I saw that World Cup, couldn't believe the level of mastery. I didn't see any game. But here's what me I show to the public. I am not going to comment. May I listen to you and Zidane. I want the public to watch the game against Bulgaria. Don't take my word, don't take your word, don't take Zidane's word. Watch the game against Bulgaria.
I've been in closing before me leave.
No, me just ask the public. Watch the game and then come back and tell me.
But me come up before me come
Hey, hold on. Let me tell you something. It will be a miss.
Come up first and
no, man. Why you on the radio, man? What I'm telling you, sir. It's not a counter to anything. I'm telling you. You see, the younger people go and watch Maradona first round games and the final. It wouldn't be looking good on people who say Maradona 86 is the greatest thing since like. They would realize
first round?
Hold on, no, they're going to watch the entire tours. We know about the knockout experts against England and Belgium.
First round of them.
Yeah, man. So I'm saying when people watch the first round games and also if they remember the final, then they will realize that the argument about Maradona was so far ahead of anybody else, it's not funny. It's a joke. May I tell you, the younger people when they go watch them, they're going to realize that.
You think, Leo, I never want to bring Leo Messi in it. But remember, as I said before, I come out.
Zidane put in performance better than Maradona at World Cup, my boss. So don't come to go to Messi.
Like nonsense how this money comes.
Mr. Zidane against Brazil in 2006 was just as good as any performance at Maradona at the World Cup.
Let me educate you. The very first game in that 86 was South Korea. Diego Maradona was super. He had 3 assists in that game.
Yeah, man, I hear. But what I'm saying to you. Yeah, man, but what I'm saying to you.
Italy defense.
Zinedine Zidane against Brazil in the old man Zidane in the 2006 World Cup is as good as any Maradona performance at a World Cup.
Leave the public to take up that one because that's a joke. Me can't step on the radio and make you come back and make that. But what your argument about Diego Maradona is not true. But I love the retracting.
I'm not retracting anything.
People don't watch the game, you know. More people watch the game, so you will hear.
All right.
Cool.
Genius Zidane.
That game against Bulgaria, because that is the game that apparently Zidane made a conclusion when come to. Me not go telling what me think about that every game.
I like what you say.
No man, me not taking on the
No, me not argue with him. I just ask you a question. Just a question I ask you. Maradona against Bulgaria versus Zidane versus Brazil.
No, me not take on that.
No, just a simple question.
No. The public watch the game and tell me.
Then why you can't answer the question?
No. I believe that alone. Music. All right, music time now. Brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. This one is from a fellow called Agent Sasko. Is not Sasko alone that tune, you know? It is Sasko with somebody, I think. Glacier. Yeah, man, Glacier. And it's called Mama Pray. Here we go.
I thank the Lord. Mama used to pray for me. I thank the Lord. Mama was there for me. Oh yes, I thank the Lord. Oh Lord, you made a way for me. And yes, I thank the Lord. Hey, oh, you delivered me. And many times I'm on the west side and I feel so low. And many times I feel like giving up, but I got places to go. And I thank the Lord. Mama used to pray for me. Yeah. Oh, I thank the Lord. Mama was there for me. Thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord. Yeah.
You made a way for me.
You made a way.
Yes, you did. I'll never thank the Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
You delivered me. Oh, yeah.
Mama, your words shape my destiny, my destiny. I'm so thankful for the things that you told me. Yes, I am. I can never repay you for all you've done. I remember you would say time and time again, the Lord will make a way.
Like the Lord, Mama used to pray for me. Yeah. Oh, I thank the Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Mama was there for me.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank the Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Oh, you made a way for me.
You made a way.
Yes, I never thank the Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
You delivered me.
You delivered me.
I'm on a step, we did have it all. See me through the harder. Me could have still not know me father. Like so much youth. Me could not have the man that's bright and good harder. The man that could have said she couldn't bother. Oh, I thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Mama used to pray for me.
Mama used to pray for me.
I thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Mama was there for me. Oh yes, I thank you, Lord. Oh Lord.
Oh Lord, I thank you. Ooh.
why that song there, you know. It's me, let me tell you something. You see that song about the mama praying something there? That resonates. I don't know how many people. I'm not about religion now. You see a mother who call you and pray. Lord Jesus have his mercy, my God. Yes, when my mother don't pray for you, let me tell you something, you feel like you could walk through walls. The mama prayer thing there, man. Let me give one quick story before I come to the next call. Won't be long. You know, me grew up as a youth where if people hear how me sound, no. I saw me did sound as a 10-year-old. If it no me not believe in a hobby and me not believe in I was very rational, practical to a T. I mean, my mother used to have a whole heap of argument. Me used to say this printing, yeah, how them things go. And she used to, you know, parents are running one side, you chat too much kind of thing. You know, when me actually sit down and say, boy, I wonder if this printing read. College. $1,100 per year to go to church teach at college, my first year. Bibbs had $600 at the time. It sounded like a little bit, but them time they had enough money. She gave me the $600, you know. I said, you hold on this, you see? Because she don't want to have it and it could spend up on things. She said, if you want that shit, it's up to you. So now me have $600. I wonder where the next $500 will come from. Now, when my mother went to Westmoreland, she had other children, right? So we left Clarendon and moved to Westmoreland. So one of my sisters now, her father was in the States. Me, I got college like this Sunday evening, you know. You see about the Wednesday, me speak. Testimony me again, you know. The Wednesday before me going, remember, me don't know where the other 500 are come from. But she was saying, if anything, you're going with the 600, and she would have come in and tell the powers that be said. She will bring in the rest. The Wednesday before, that Sunday before me going, I don't know if you know town people have that something. There was a postman where used to go collect letters at the post office. We had a PA, so it was really a postal agency. Those were the days when people from foreign used to send money in at the envelope, you know. You remember them days there? So actual cash in at the envelope itself. But this postman named Mr. Passy went to the post office. Well, it was a PA, postal agency at the time. So it was open 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. He came the Wednesday and said, Miss Higgins, register slip down at the post office, which means him can collect it. Because money in there, so you yourself have to collect it. Yes, when my mother go down at the post office and Miss Vida hand her the envelope, well, me never did when she go feed. But when she came back to the yard, she called me. And when she called you by your full name, you know, say, I don't know, normal lesson you go get. She said, Orville Higgins, and you just know, say, me not think me do nothing, so it's lesson time. Yes, when she come with the envelope, Miss B, my mother take out, guess how much was in the envelope? $500. That was the first time I noticed my mother hand shake it, because she had a little nerve thing. When she was handing me the envelope with the $500, she said, come go on a college and don't fail out. And long after she gone, me, I wonder what manner of woman is this? Now, it could be the biggest coincidence in the world, you know, that Lisa father does send her 500, you know. The exact amount of me need, you know. That was the day me I say, you know, so this prayer thing, I maybe something I for you. So that's why I tune like this. Resonate, me I tell you. Resonate. So people, maybe something in that prayer thing that for true. Because I'd never, ever forget that. And she remind me about that story that more time, you know. She said, Orville, whatever you do, don't ever forget to pray. And we only pray when we're in trouble, you know. But sometimes that supreme thing the way, you know. Anyway, I don't want to get too religious for the people, them thing. Bishop of the life here, that part still. Anyway, 615-2841. Let's take the break. And then we come back.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website, jadco.gov.jm. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Working at Teleton, yeah. Teleton! What's up, Apostolate?
The Teleton is what's up, Bishop.
What time is this?
Sunday, March 9 to Sunday, March 30, 2025. With the Teleton revealed during the church service starting at 11 a.m. Call in and sow or make a donation online and add in all your donation details.
This is a listener-supported gospel radio station winning the lost and the least for Jesus Christ, changing lives around the world, one person at a time.
If you are blessed by this radio ministry, please donate to keep the station on air by donating online, www.omegaradio.co. Cash App, $WOIB 1019, Zelle 954-773-4444, or for our local friends in Jamaica, NCB 361 400 372, or Jamaica National 200-0026-7789, or write our headquarters for the Caribbean in Kingston, Jamaica, 17 Aining Road, Kingston 5, Jamaica, or our U.S. headquarters at 11030 Wilds Road, Coral Springs, Florida, or the Omega headquarters in Europe in Nottingham.
If we have been a blessing to you, help us to be a blessing to others in Jesus Christ's name.
This is Wayne Manning
And Elizabeth Manning saying thank you in advance
for your generosity and your support to this station.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, back on line 615-2841. Oh, we still know.
Hello. Yeah, man, you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so my Orville, remember so the phone line was so straight, you know. So you see them long soliloquy the way I go on. I understand some people up on the line how well.
Talk about it.
Yes, I remember that the phone line is not 100% as yet.
Yeah.
So when you go up on your long soliloquy and people are all and get cut off, it is just, you know.
Okay.
you know, look good. It's not a good thing.
Nice.
But anyway, Margie, if you go attack CC for CC say, and not what Orville said CC say. So Orville was implying that CC was implying that because Brian Lara eat more top scores, or they was 70 times top scorer in our innings is the reason why he's a better matchman than Steve Smith in ODI. I never said that. I was saying you're just not painting the whole picture. So let me make sure clarify some things. Winning is a part of the ratings, and we can't take away from that. Because winning is a part of the ratings. I'm not going to give you no Arsenal. Brian Lara averaged 61 for West Indies in ODI cricket when they are winning. 61. And they have won 134 one-day international.
He won 134 one-day internationals?
Yes.
That's a lot in comparison to Test. Yeah.
Steve Smith averaged 51 when Australia wins. He has won 101. So if you see the sizable gap, 61, 51. Brian Lara has received 30 Player of the Match award. Steve Smith 30. So more often than not, when West Indies wins, Brian Lara is the best player and is the most dependent player. Brian Lara scores 17% of the runs for West Indies over a period or so. Steve Smith scored like 13%. When West Indies wins in a one-day international, more often than not, twice as much, or 2.3 times as much as
you're telling us this to tell us what? What point are you trying to?
I said it. I'm saying to you're saying when you come and give us 42.3 and you're giving us 87 and this, it is irrelevant because we had the sizable gap.
So your information now is relevant. At what point did I make about Brian Lara and Steve Smith as ODI players? What conclusion did I come to?
Your point, you're going to say the ratings of Brian Lara at 9 and it has Steve Smith at XY way down apart. And I'm saying to you,
what exactly are you taking me on about. I'm not
Arvin,
sure.
why is it that when you get leaks, you start
What
to
leak?
think they're taking
Me not sure which leak me I get. Me not sure what your. Me not sure what leak me I get.
What is it?
Brian Lara is ranked.
You
in
said
the.
you wanted to know the reason as to why Brian Lara is so far ahead of Steve Smith in one day, and Steve Smith is above Brian Lara in test cricket.
No, that's not the point. No.
Well, I know, and if they're going to accept Brian Lara being 9th in one day and Steve Smith 90th, then someday they should accept Steve Smith being that in one Brian Lara being 29 and Steve Smith being 7th.
Which point did I make that you have a problem? Can me hear your words, but me not understand why you take me on.
All right, so listen, you're saying even though winning is a part of it, you're sure that Brian Lara would have lost more than Steve Smith.
No, me never say me sure. Me never say me sure.
That is what you said. Orville, don't bother flip up.
Big man. I never said I was sure.
He never used the rush. No, he never used the
I
rush.
said I would on the
He's
surface.
assuming.
I'm assuming that Steve Smith would win more.
And he did say I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it.
Exactly.
So you said you assumed that Steve Smith would have.
But see, what Orville was doing yesterday is trying to go back to the test ratings. He wasn't trying to make any point really one day comparing the two.
I don't understand what he's taking me.
He really was just trying to show that maybe the mark's not a lot for winning.
The point I was
on the
making,
test rating.
CC, because you clearly don't get it. People were saying that they can't rate the ICC test match list because it has the peak ratings list because it has a winning in it. I said from day one I was saying, what weighting do they give to winning? No, I didn't even check the one day list. It was pointed out by Garvey yesterday, and when I checked, Brian Dar 8 and Steve Smith Dar 90 yard. And my statement is I am assuming that Lara wouldn't win as regular as Steve Smith. Then how much weighting is given to winning when Steve Smith down at 90 yard? What in that point you don't get what me I try to say?
You're saying how much weighting is given to winning when Steve Smith is at 90 yard.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to you that the weighting is in the winning plus your performance when you're winning. So Brian Lara would have been far superior to Steve Smith when he's winning, and he has won far more.
He win far more than Steve Smith. How many one-day games did Brian play, by the way?
Listen, Orville, I just told you.
No, but you tell me how much him win. You don't tell me how much him play.
You still get points when you lose.
So maybe actually the winning is helping Brian as well.
Brian Lara is 10 percentage points above
No.
Smith in terms of his average when he's winning. So his performance.
So what about when he's but hold on. Clearly, CC, it takes the list about rating is in your peak period. So telling me what Brian Lara do over his career is not the point, You are telling me that Brian Lara over his career, when West Indies win, him average that. The list is not about your career, so that is irrelevant. The list is about you in your best form.
Orville,
you don't get that.
No, listen to me, Orville. When they're calculating the rating is accumulated over a period of time until it goes up to a peak, right? So you do one performance now, then you do second performance, third performance. If you have 10 performance, then the 10 performance is accumulated over a period of time, and you get a rating. I'm
not sure what you're saying.
Your best performance.
What? No. I'm saying
let me explain.
This list is not talking about your career.
So, and I'm saying to you that if you play one game, you get a rating. If you play 5 games, the rating is from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is added up to
so are all the games in your career added up in this peak list?
Yes, because you're going to end up with a.
No man, then don't look at. Then if them look at all the games in your career, then big man, I know that the list is about.
Orville, I am saying to you what the list does.
The list can't be about your career, my boss. When Brian Lara rank higher than Steve. Steve Smith have a better average and a higher strike rate in the 90s.
Orville come like him sit down for the news. But I'm not explaining this to you. When the list is accumulating the points, right? When you reach 900 points, but your performance is starting to dip, it is going to have you as 900 points being your peak performance. That is the highest rating you have ever achieved.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand.
When you retire, you have a problem down at 700. But it's about keep you at 900. But there's an amount of games that you would have played to get to 900. It's not one game, it's not two games, it's not three.
So
games.
they look at
It's
you at your they look at
multitude of
you
games.
they look at you at your peak. What the highest you ever
over a short period.
Over a period.
No.
It's not a career thing.
It's not a career figure as my boss.
Listen to me, Zidane. I'm saying to you, if you play one game, you get 500 points. If you play 10 games, I make some more points.
I think there's an amount of game you have to play for qualify for the panel ranking. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna play 5 games would be on this rank.
So it must be maybe over 20 games.
Over 20 or so. But the point of me I make my boss, I never was comparing. All I was saying, is that if we factor winning, what weight do we give to winning if Lara is 8 and Steve Smith is 9? Is there such a large gap between how Lara used to win and how Steve Smith used to win? That one they are 8 and one they are almost 100. And that was the question me asking.
Then when I answer the question, but it's like all over the place.
I don't know what is turning to this argument.
I'm not sure why.
Because I know what Orville was trying to say.
I'm not so sure why I must say, to be honest.
Orville was trying to win back the other argument, CC. Man. Now, nothing to do with them comparing them as one day player.
No, I'm saying he must try to bring back the argument.
Yeah, he was trying to say maybe the weighting is not as much as people thought for the test rating.
Essentially is my
so, and I'm saying to you, Zidane, remember you get bonus points in winning. Your performance plus your winning gives you multiple points.
So maybe we're not to take it seriously then that Brian Lara is 8 in the one day list. Because if we didn't take Steve Smith list seriously, we shouldn't take this seriously.
I personally don't think Brian Lara was all that great as a one day player. I'm shocked that he's at 8.
No man, when at him best over a period of time.
He do some wonderful innings for West Indies.
In any event, I say this. A man come challenge me for what I say, and that's what I did not say. And if a man come and say his favorite is like his mother.
No man, but
it cannot change. Favorite is like his mother and it cannot change.
No, that,
and then you're going to
that is Bramble century. That's one of the Bramble statements of the century, man.
And then you're going to tell a blatant lie that you came and you were discussing preseason favorite.
See, anytime you see them, ask them City are still the favorites to do what?
Yeah, that's the question.
I'm saying to you that Baggio come and say favorite is like his mother. Orville, if you say favorite is like something that you're describing, something that you love, obviously the other thing they say what is preferred by you. So your mother is preferred among anything else or anybody else in your family.
No man, he said that in the context that once you're a favorite, you're always favorite. So once somebody's your mother, she's always your mother, no matter what. That's the context he was saying.
Yeah, that is the context that he wanted to say it. But me I tell you that you can't fix up his statement. He must set it.
No man, that was the context. I listened to him the day. It was nonsense, but that was the context.
Anyway, take it. I change it from a man come on and say his favorite is like his mother, and we are talking about sports.
Yeah, that one.
Badger sound really awful on this argument, boss. Horribly. Is the Badger Bramblina, but it's the worst. Maybe I hear Badger sound on anything, I swear to you. We take a break. Big up CC. We take a break. We're coming back.
All right.
We may be all over the world, but we're still in this together. Feel. Make it easy for you get your money. So if you have to get something from your brother or mommy, hey, it's a no Insta, it's a MoneyGram. Zoom, Ria, check your phone, your money land. VMBS money transfer. CFA faster, easier. Sign up for VMBS direct to bank account transfer today. No matter step out, behind the line, straight in your account, money reach long time. VMBS money transfer.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
La Liga President Tahir Tibas says he has reported Manchester City to the European Commission for alleged breaches of rules relating to state-owned companies. Tibas, a long-standing critic of City, told the media at the FTB Business Summit of Football that the complaint was made in 2023. He said he believed that the case was currently in an investigation phase by the European Commission, an executive body of the European Union, which develops and enforces laws for its member states. And that's your sports in a minute. Sports in a Minute was sponsored by EdgeChem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich financing.
Yes, it's tax time. March 17 is the due date for your income tax returns. Self-employed individuals are required to file their annual returns SO4 and estimated return SO4A with income tax, education tax, NHT, and NIS due and payable on one return. Companies are required to file the ITO2, which is the annual return, and the estimated return ITO7. Visit jamaicatax.gov.jm or call 888-TAX-HELP for details. Tax Administration Jamaica, working together to serve you even better.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right. Back online for the final half an hour. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Well, I'm finally get you to the big show, man.
What go on?
Omar Williams, man.
Where I go with Orville, man? Where I go with Zidane?
But there, man.
It's ready to roll already?
You not come apologize yet.
No, man. Nobody the foolishness.
No, man.
You have to have a trainer told you.
Don't come ask me anything.
I know where you come from. I know where you come from.
Well, you don't come ask me anything on the radio, you know.
Don't come deflect. Don't come deflect.
No, Omar. You can't come on the radio multiple times and proclaim that Arsenal will finish outside of the top 4 and expect to get away with it. So you better keep quiet. You better talk to Orville.
Let me ask that question.
You better talk to Orville and leave me alone.
Let me ask that question, boy.
Yes.
Which one is easier for Arsenal to win the title and finish out the top 4?
What do you mean? What is easier?
I am asking you, which one you think is more possible, likely to Arsenal winning the league or finishing outside the top 4?
You asking me that question in the now?
No, right now.
No, but you never made a comment yesterday, my boss. You said at the start of the season that you are predicting that Arsenal, who finished back-to-back second position, who many thought could win this year, would not make the top 4. You came back in the middle of the season and you say it again, my boss.
Yeah, man.
So don't come to me with what they think is they're likely to do, more likely to do now.
In all fairness, Omar, that's a non-point.
Yeah, man. Don't come try.
No, man, as I said before,
don't come try.
As I said before in Orville, yeah. I never expected the Aston Villas and the Newcastles to fall off this badly.
Boss,
you get it wrong, man.
But Arsenal was better than Aston Villa and Newcastle for 2 years in a row.
Eh?
Zidane, remember, you know, when I made that point,
yes,
it was based on them taking silly red cards, you know, and I believe that the manager wasn't calling them out.
Nobody with the foolish. Omar, how can you say you never expect Newcastle to fall off, but you expect Arsenal, who was way better than Newcastle the previous 2 seasons, to fall off? Based on what?
Based on the players' attitude.
Based on expecting them to get red card.
Omar, when you said something as you say if Arsenal had finished outside the top 4 of it, you would be looking like a genius.
Yeah, but you said that to him.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you said look at that statue, let him get that predict. But once
once you make a bold pronouncement like that and it not work, my boss, you have to text him.
You have to text him.
No, man, as I said in the Orville, I will take my licks, you know, but I am still reminding Zidane that you have Nottingham Forest on your tail and you have City on your tail.
Yeah, man, but Arsenal are comfortable to make the top 4, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, you believe that. So it's all right.
Because Nottingham Forest will play Man City next, you know. So 1 or 2 of them will drop points, you know. Yes. Arsenal do have Nottingham Forest or City left.
But remember, you have the mighty champion, the champions elect.
By them time, Liverpool wrap up on a concentrate on Champions League, man. At 3 points, that's the easiest 3 points.
Oh, so you're banking on that to say that.
I'm not banking. It's a reality. I think it's the fourth to last game of the season. By them time, Liverpool is thinking about the Champions League, winning the Champions League now.
Oh, so yeah. Hope for that 3 points then.
No hope. I sign a big side, my boss.
Yes, I have a big side.
I injury mash up, man. Injury no mash up, bad brother.
Come on, man. The whole top team don't get injured.
No, man. Not as
Liverpool are playing injured.
All right. Put it this way. If Liverpool lost both Kanate and Van Dijk at the same time for 3 months, plus the reserve defender, the next best central defender, you think Liverpool will be this comfortable?
No, but you have to remember, I don't want to put in that context. Remember,
but that is the context.
Remember, we lost Alex Rebecca for more than
that's one player, my boss, in a position.
We lost players.
No, listen, they're being fair, no Omar, man. I'm saying to you, listen to my boss, man. I'm saying to you, over the last 4 games of Arsenal, or is a 17-year-old Trossard and Fufu Rhymes we are dependent on my boss. Come on, man.
But then you have to be fair, then, Zidane. Remember when you had everybody you were depending on set piece same way.
No, but if
we have to split justice, my boss.
Yeah, you're missing the point, my boss. I'm saying to you, Arsenal is fading because we were still challenging when we had everybody, you know. But I'm saying if we have if we had Saka alone that was injured, which was our best player, move the ball, you know. But the fact that we lose, we don't have him. We lose Jesus right after, and we lose Martinelli now. And we lose Havertz gone completely. It means we're going to play 15 games. We're not nobody at all, my boss. Even me could have made the team now.
Yeah. No, but as I'm saying, Zidane, yes? This is it. You lose players, and I can give that to you. Yes, you lose players. But even when you add your players, my boss. You remember when so you remember at the start of the season when we were having this conversation when Odegaard got injured.
Yeah, but hold on.
Wait a second. You remember when we had the conversation when he went on international youth and he got injured. And I came back and I said to you that, Zidane, aren't you worried? You said, worried about what? He's one player. I said, listen, he's the creator in your team.
No, man, but
remember the conversation?
Oh, I'm glad him realize that I'm feared. So it was only one player that was injured. But I'm saying when you have 3 players in one position, your first 3 players are your second string player gone in all one position, it's a problem. But this doesn't mean Arsenal would have won the league, you know. I'm saying we would have been a better challenger if we didn't have so many injuries at the same time, my boss. That's the point I'm making. Not that we would have won, you know, because Liverpool has been awesome, whether we're injured or not.
And that is what you remember when you said to me that, because remember, you know, this manager is going to win with less than 100 points, you know. Are you going to downplay this manager to say that what he has done this season isn't great?
No.
That would be my next question to you, you know.
No, man, you're just throwing things out there. I never had an argument of whether the man is doing a good job or not. My point to you was that I don't think
I'm bigging him up too early.
No, no, man, you made mention of Klopp. You were comparing to Klopp, and I'm saying, no, I'm not going that far yet. You have to see how he does in terms of points.
Okay.
Yes.
So now I'm asking you the question that he will win the Premier League with less than 100 points.
When he wins the Premier League,
probably the most he will get by going after your logic to say that for the last probably 3 games we won't need those games then. So we have to probably about 90 points him going to win the Premier League with.
Make we see.
Would that make him a less manager?
No, man, but I forget the credit that's because he would have gone to a point total that many managers would not have gone to ever. Make we see it go.
Yeah, but as I said before, he is a good manager, Zidane. So all the people would say he never coached a big.
No. I don't think anybody was saying he's not a good manager. They were having reservations about comparing him to Klopp.
You know, I want to say something in that argument. Yeah. I used to hear the argument being made that Klopp was making blood out of
not
stone.
True. It is. I used to say it's not.
If
rubbish.
this man goes on to win the title,
especially getting 90 points, like
what would that do to the blood out of stone argument?
Thank you, Orville. When,
Yeah, I tell us some.
when the league is better.
No, we have to run still.
No, but that argument was always a nonsensical argument. I made that clear.
If we said Klopp won the league and was competing in the league with players who never deserved
and not good and all
to be there, he was making blood out of stone. A new manager come, pretty much the same set of players and win. What would that do to that blood out of stone argument that used to hurt with ears for so long?
But I said this, Orville. I said this.
Anyway, some others
man, I go win the league.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, Omar.
All right, then, yeah, man. Big up.
I was
all right.
I was waiting. This is the end to come back with that one because I remember I was at
David,
to say,
at what point will this guy make sense? Blood and if we win the league, nobody will remind him that
no, his callers
argument.
Yes,
because his callers don't hold him to the same standards that them hold me. You know.
Yeah,
make me said something where them think there's a little grain somewhere. The guy for years, blood out of stone, clap his punching above his weight with them. Man.
Curtis Jones, him a baller.
Yeah,
Curtis Jones, him a baller.
One man come in first year. And at this point, he's running with the league. They're not winning yet, so probably premature.
Is which world-class creative midfielder Liverpool get?
I don't know.
You remember that need argument?
Yes.
They need.
But that blood out of stone would be one more example of a guy that's coming on a radio station, talk because he have a mouth. And then when the reality hit him loud it out. The man just so loud and disgusting with him loudness, brother. Don't make much sense. The truth is, Liverpool always had quality players.
Yes.
It doesn't take away from the fact that Klopp was a good coach.
Yes.
But the blood out of, unless the guy doesn't understand what blood out of stone means, and the way how him not understand what favorite mean, you wouldn't be surprised. Blood out of stone can be if the next manager come win with the same thing.
Yeah. Blood out of stone are miracle things, man.
Seriously.
Yes. But by the way, we had a break?
No, make way.
Another last lick theme this morning.
Yeah.
So Pioneer was on this man, and Pioneer was saying to him, if Man City should go on now to make this run on Liverpool collapse and Man City win the league, would it means they're that upset? The man say, no. If Man City pull off a miracle, then the favorites would have won. How can it be a miracle? That is contradiction, people. If they pull off the miracle, then the favorites would have won. No. If it's a miracle, it means they must be the favorites to win. Because you can't win as the favorites and pull off a miracle. Another contradiction, my boy. We'll take a break.
We're coming back for the final segment.
The Gospel International presents Breaking Barriers 2025. Saturday, March 1 at the Maple New Testament Church, 57 Manchester Avenue, Maple, Clarendon. Featuring Reverend Gotti, Orville Sutherland, Son G, Sadra Madonna Lindsay, Levy's Heritage, and many others. MC Nadine Blair from Love 101. DJ Cheney on the turntable. Admission only $2,000 pre-sold, $3,000 at the gate. Children only $1,000. Tickets at Morris Fish and Jerk, Clarendon Park, Tate's Pharmacy, Main Street, Maple, and Gibson's Petroleum, Manchester Avenue. Sponsored by Mickway, Gold Line Pharmacy, Resolve, Glory Cars, Morris Fish and Jerk, RGE Funeral Services, Garden Gold, The Justice Suit, and Omega Radio.
Jamaica, the national budget is here and it affects you, your family, your future, your community. It's all connected. Now is the time to get informed and get involved. How will this year's budget impact your daily life? What opportunities and changes are ahead? Tune in on Tuesday, March 11 as the Honorable Favour William, Minister of Finance and the Public Service, presents the central government budget for fiscal year 2025-2026. The national budget is everybody's business. Jamaica, this is your future. Be a part of it. Visit mof.gov.gm for details.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Listen, if we should compile a list of the foolishness that this man compare really come to, this is the guy. KC will win by 100 points. KC lose the title the next day. And this is the guy people want to compare with me as a man who discuss sports rationally. KC will win by 100 points. 1 year, this guy who keeps calling up my name called me Platop. Guess what Platop doesn't do, my boss? Sounds like that. The guy says Germany is which year Germany get licked out in the first round?
2018.
2018. The guy was on television.
Hand Germany the trophy.
Said Germany is this German team is the most meticulously prepared team that will be at the World Cup. That Germany do everything and will ensure that this team win. Now you can make a prediction, You can't say, boy, Germany may carry. But this guy, national TV, this is the most meticulously prepared German team ever and the most meticulously prepared team at the World Cup. Germany got knocked out in the first round. Don't forget these utterances over time. For years, in order to downplay Pep Guardiola's achievement, this same unintelligent, raving lunatic, Pep make blood out the boy name, Klopp was making blood out of stone. Next manager come in, virtually the same set of players, and do him not win yet. Clearly, even if him not win, it is clear that this crop of players were not stones in the context of what that raving lunatic was telling you. Intelligence on the look, but not noise or who no like. Because I found no like me. I want to say me bossy, I'm show off, I'm a guane, me get it. But look at who continues to make blunders and embarrass themselves. This team is not a team of stones. They were always a quality. Yes. Next card. Hello.
Hey guys, Dangerous in Fact. How y'all doing?
Good afternoon.
How you doing?
I'm cool. Orville, I don't understand the conversation with you and CC, and I don't understand the point you're trying to make. You see, we started out this conversation where
what do you do? Do you sit by the radio in the days?
Give me a chance.
Do you sit by the radio in the days and say, what am I going to take?
Give me a chance to make my point.
All right,
Give me a chance to make my point. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We started this conversation with you, Orville Higgins, coming to challenge some stuff that we had said about Lara before. So we did have a position about Lara, and you decided
which stuff did I challenge?
And you decided you came.
No man, which stuff did I challenge? Don't say
no, let me finish, man.
No, me cannot make you finish, and this is what you want. You want the quarrel. Because which stuff did I challenge? Which stuff did I challenge about Brian Lara?
Go again.
You say I was challenging some stuff about Brian. What was that?
That Lara better than Smith.
Me was challenging some stuff.
That.
Why?
No, you weren't challenging that.
Why wasn't you challenging me?
Tell me that you weren't challenging that.
No, I only challenge me.
No, go again.
When Mr. Steve Smith better than Lara, you all were challenging that.
Big man. So you are challenging the thing where we say Lara is better than Smith. You were challenging that.
You were challenging my statement that Steve Smith better than Lara.
Orville, we're not going. Hey, tell you what.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Thank you.
We did the challenge you saying that Smith better than Lara.
Good.
Okay, all right. Yes. You're happy now?
Yes.
So let's move on. Move on. So you brought some information to the space.
Yes.
And from you bring the information to the space, you came up with this chart. We said it's not credible. Now that we said Zidane.
Yes.
Zidane. Now that we said from man, we say it's not credible. Now, Orville, are you any closer to proving that those rankings are credible?
I think it's credible. Based on the criteria.
But didn't you come and present some more data that you say appears contradictory? Didn't you say that from your evaluation, Smith is a better ODI batsman than Lara?
I didn't say that.
Excuse me?
I didn't say that.
You didn't share the batting average and the strike rate?
I said it could be argued. I said it could be argued. But remember, this thing is not about who better.
No, Orville, maybe you never hear. Orville, maybe you didn't hear what you said.
I said that.
Maybe you're talking.
I said that
at
it is
one point in time.
All right, but remember, you're talking. You have to give me a chance now. I said that it could be argued that Steve Smith is better than Lara as a one-day player, higher average, better.
Okay, cool. And didn't you also say that you also believe that Steve Smith has won more often than Lara?
No, I never say me sure. Me say
But you believe. You say you believe. You believe he has won more games than Lara.
It was not something I was sure about.
Lord of mercy. No, that is a batsman.
Me say me never sure. Me say if I could, I would guess that probably Steve Smith would win.
So you never present a chart Wait about. Let me take in the point. So you present a chart where you say you suspect that Smith has won more games, and by the numbers, Smith appears to be a better batsman. But by this chart, chalk to cheese, Lara to Smith. One is ranked where? 9th, and one is ranked where? 6th, and one is ranked 99.
One in the top 10 and one down at almost 100.
Yeah, no chalk to cheese, that man.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
what does that mean? Doesn't that mean, again, by your numbers, at the very least, these two batsmen are fairly close together.
But this is not
you're
about...
presenting a chart. No, wait about. You're presenting a chart that shows them miles apart. So again,
this is not a. This is all right. My time now, man. You have to give me a chance every now and then.
Not credible.
This is not a chart about their ability as ODI players, though. This is a chart about what they were in their peak as ODI players. Two different stuff.
But
get the
dog,
difference.
Aren't you saying that the chart's not credible?
I never said that.
So you believe everything you know about the two players. You believe that's credible?
I believe that Lara at his peak as a one-day player is better than Smith at his peak as a one-day player.
You sincerely believe that Lara at his peak. This is what was.
You asked me that already, and I say yes.
No, wait a minute.
Yes.
No. We're not asking if there were things better. You think that Lara at his peak was miles better than Steve Smith at his peak?
Yes.
As an ODI player?
Yes.
Okay. That was what you're arguing from day one?
Yes. No, well, not from day one.
On the radio, when you came on the radio.
Remember, stay 2 days ago.
Wait about it.
No, man, don't tell me to wait. I am saying, I know from day one. Remember, Garvey bring up the ODI thing 2-3 days ago. Because when my argument with Brian and Steve Smith was about Test cricket. But I say you could make the case as well that Steve Smith is a better ODI player, but the average is, and me never did that. I know that was my argument. It was Test. Garvey bring up the ODI thing 2 days ago.
Let's put a different spin on it, Orville.
Yeah.
Do you believe that James Anderson, the England bowler, is miles better than Michael Holden?
What does the rating say?
Let us ask you.
Tell me what the rating
says. Look at the rating.
No, man, we need to look at the rating.
No. So wait, you need to know.
I want to know what they are at their peak.
Give an opinion.
No.
Because wait. Hold up. You need to see.
You ask me the question. Let me answer. You ask me. I may say because the rating, because the list is not about.
This is funny. You need the rating to give an opinion.
You're asking me the question. So I want to answer.
So I'm going to ask you the question again.
No, man, me hear the question, you know.
Without looking at the ratings, do you believe that James Anderson at his peak was miles better than Michael Holding?
I know that I would give Michael Holding the edge, or maybe not the edge, as a better overall international bowler. However, at them peaks, so for a 12-month period or a 6-month or a 18-month period, I would have to go back and look at Michael Holding played cricket for 2 years.
But there's no 12-month period.
Me don't know that, brother.
No, wait a minute, sir. Michael Holding bring out better bowling numbers over a 12-month period more often than James Anderson.
So that's why I would have to look at what they did when they were at them best over a period of time.
If you have to look at their number of wickets and them bowling average for each calendar year.
Then when we look at it, maybe
Michael Holding star out James Anderson.
And maybe when we look at it, I would form different conclusions. But for now, I don't know what those numbers are.
Okay.
Just simple something that one.
Okay. So you want to bring into this equation a table that you yourself don't understand.
May I understand the table, man? Peak period.
No, man, you don't understand the table. You don't know nothing about the table.
Peak period.
So you're proving our point. The tables are incredible.
All right.
Let me talk about something else, Orville. More understand what is happening to the young players in the Caribbean and why it appears that some of the older players get better with time. Like when would I think say a player like Blackwood or Jason Mohammed, Mohammed in Trinidad would be on the decline. Those guys look as if they're performing better so far this year than say a player like Kevin Wickham. And
what are you asking me? Why the experienced players have produced better numbers? That you're asking?
Than those two particular players.
Those
Yeah,
two
ask me
particular
why
players.
Blackwood had this wouldn't be Blackwood's best season, by the way. Blackwood had a season in regional cricket where he make 800 runs.
Go
Yeah.
on.
So I don't know why you say, and he was much younger then. So I'm not sure. Yeah. You remember that year when Blackwood scored 800 runs?
Maybe I've been
Anyway, we want to squeeze one more. Dwight. You've been at it.
No problem.
Call us tomorrow.
We'll call it tomorrow. I will talk about it properly because it's something I think we should have a discussion about.
I agree.
And there's a caller that you have that presenting some interesting thing about West Indian players in England. If we can get him for the program, that would be nice as well.
Wonderful.
Because I think he might make some interesting points. All right?
Yeah,
interesting fight. We'll talk again. All right, guys?
Who's from North Street, attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we go back online. Hello.
Hello?
Who is Southie?
Yeah, man.
I think that dangerous in 5 there was.
No, man.
Yeah, man. We ensure that you get it. Ensure that you get on, man.
A dangerous in 5 they look like it was going to turn dangerous in
15.
Yes.
Yo, Zidane.
Yes.
Let up yourself. That brother was named Omar Williams, you see?
Mm-hmm.
Him excuse him Arsenal prediction. Him say him never expect Newcastle and Villa to fall off this badly.
Yes.
Well, Newcastle finished 7th last year and they are presently in 6th, you know.
So they have not fallen out badly. They have even been better. They are better.
As a matter of fact, if they beat Liverpool yesterday, they would be 1 point behind third.
Yes.
So they are presently just 4 points behind third place, you know.
Yes. So they haven't
So
fought.
when me and say that, me I say, oh Lord, this man like him, just make up something for
Yeah,
me.
man, does that make up something as him go along?
Yeah. Yeah, but all right. So when we talk about, me not have no time for that. So me I talk about club still.
Mm-hmm.
And the players. Club wasn't making blood out of stone, right?
Yes.
The better argument would have been the ability to reinforce, to buy players over and over versus what Pep
could do.
Was able to do.
Yes.
But the players that Klopp bought were not no all idiot ball of them in the ball.
No man, I buy some ball.
In other words, they were not stones in the context of this argument.
No, so me didn't even say that to at the time. There's no need to degrade the players.
I remember you warning the gentleman about it.
Yes, because you can big up Klopp without having to say Cody Gakpo a fast bowler.
Yes.
Or Ryan Gravenberch are the worst baller who Liverpool ever signed.
Yes.
And all of that now looking really
and Curtis
stupid,
Jones.
you know,
What Curtis Jones ever go?
But Southie, everything the man says looks stupid given enough time. You don't see that by now, man.
So I don't remember the argument about Curtis Jones, but this season I watch it, and every time I watch, all of them things that come to mind. Because I remember saying that Ryan Gravenberch has been voted as one of the top 10 players in Europe under the age of 21 some years ago.
Yes.
So these guys it was never no blood out of stone. But the thing was, Klopp never have the spending power like Pep in terms of like, since Van Dijk come to Liverpool, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went 2017 or something like that.
Yes.
Not sure. Either 17 or 18. Liverpool has only bought one centre back since then, you know. That's about 7 years, you know. And that is Konate.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. Now, in the same period of time now, Pep buy Laporte and him buy Ake and him buy Akanji and him buy Ruben Diaz and him buy this new youth and him buy and all them things there.
He buy Stones during that period as well.
Argument. Yeah, that was the argument where he could have used. Pep never have the money there to do that. But to say the man them where you are bringing, you have to try to degrade the ball of them to say, Klopp have performed this magic because all of them ball are just not good.
Same so. Me tell him say you could say the squad deeper, but 11 versus 11, Liverpool could always match anybody.
Them they're good. And right now, in terms of the squad that Klopp leave, it's a very, very good squad.
Very good squad indeed.
Him leaving play.
Yeah, man, it's true.
Because even when one man not play, if the man plays Curtis Jones instead of Sabasly, it's not much difference. If he play Diaz instead of Gakpo, it's not much difference. And so forth and so on. So it's a very, very good squad.
Yeah, man. The Diaz signing was an excellent signing from Klopp. The Diaz signing was a big
blood
sign.
out of stone, Southie.
No, he wasn't making. He assembled that.
You're afraid to say it?
And some of the players,
loudmouth, unintelligent fool.
Some of the players just needed like CM Gravenberch and Sabasly. It was them first year, and them just need a little more time.
Yes, there you go. All right, Southie.
He was never no blood out of
It's true, man. Big up yourself, Southie. Thanks for the call.
All right.
All right, that is it, people. Big up to all the callers. We appreciate and love the callers, you know? Even though sometimes we go at it. Yeah, it's just post-sport arguments. Nothing personal, people. Never anything personal. All right, so big up to Osterhoy, technical operator, and Miss Marian was the technical operator there as well. Join us tomorrow. Same place, same time, all over again. Until then, have yourselves a fantastic evening.
That's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays 1 to 4 p.m.
Praise the Lord and God bless you. This is Archbishop Wayne Jonathan Manning I from Omega Radio. We'd like to inform the listening audience that effective immediately, KLAS Radio is officially Omega Radio now. You are listening to Omega Radio. Tell everybody, the station where Jesus Christ is the star. God on Sports. Sensible. 89 FM, Jamaica. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers pride themselves in being professionals in the field of insurance broking, claim settlement, and risk management services for over 35 years. We offer a wide range of insurance services, including motor, property, liability, accident, life, and international health for individuals and companies at competitive rates. Call 926-3572 or visit 7.5 Haining Road, Kingston 5, or shop number 3, James Plaza, Mandeville. Call 625-6804 or visit online spectrumjamaica.com. Spectrum Insurance